We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy. Welcome back to another edition of your mama's cheek buster. I am the one and only landlord. First, I like to give all praise to my personal Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm just so thankful to be here with everybody. And look, let's just dig into the topic. Let's get into all of these. David Benavidez, we got to talk about David Benavidez today. The man is all over social media saying a lot of things that don't really make sense to me. I don't understand what's going on with David Benavidez right now. Canelo Alvarez, will he locate his nuts and try to get that get back? Bud Crawford, the king of boxing, he's now the face of boxing. We got a lot to talk about. My brother Preem, my brother Real Talk. Everybody is welcome on the panel as usual. I'm going to drop the link. Even Ashley Knuckles, my brother from another mother, man. Salute to everybody. I'm just happy to be back, blessed. And look, let's just get into it. Let's get into it. The link has been dropped. Let's see what we got here. My brother Antonio Garcia says, hey, Nuke, I made an arrest last week of a guy who was harassing several white women. He went by the name Ice God 4767. And if you don't know who the Ice God 4767 is, if you don't know who that is, that's the one and only Solidus T. Oh, man, that was cool. And Solidus, you're more than welcome on the panel as well. The landlord welcomes everybody to the table. Everybody. Hit Kid, your mom is always welcome. Salute to everybody, man. And look, let's just go ahead and get into this, man. If you want to get on with the landlord, hit the link. Let's talk. And I'm looking for my brother. Where's my brother? My brother Clavo. Clavo, where's your ass at? And I'm also looking for pause. Pause. And I'm also looking for my brother Park Street. Where are you at, my brother? Let's get everybody going, man. And let's get it in, man. The one and only Coach Preem. What's up, Preem?
Yo, what's cracking, Luke? What's the deal, man?
Man, it's good to see you, Preem, man. It's good to see you. What's going on, man? What's going on with the world, man? Everybody's going crazy lately, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know about. Come on, man. First and foremost, man. Thank God that we here, bro. That's number one.
Amen.
Like I'm saying. Number two, man. The king of boxing, Crawford. That's cool. I mean, he achieved something great. I get it, but I don't think that makes him the king of boxing, though. Luke, come on, man. That's crazy.
My only pushback, Preem. Look, I'm gonna tell you, Preem. You're one of the only people on here that I respect 100%. And that's because you're real. You ain't never came on here and pulled no punches and said nothing fake. That's why I'm always respect you, Preem, because you're not like Real Talk Combat who gets on his knees and cock gobbles everybody. You don't do that.
Oh, man, forget about it.
You stand on 10 toes, Preem. That's why I respect you. Let me ask you this. So Bud moving up weight and conquering the guy, the champion at 168, Canelo, who ain't never lost at 168, Canelo, who dominated every fight at 168, and then Bud snatches those belts, cooks Canelo at his own weight. They say Bud can't take the shots. He takes the shots. He started putting it on Canelo. Canelo looked like he was wobbled. How can he not be the king, Preem?
I mean, you got, all right, this is how I feel. He went up there and he beat him, right? 168. How did we consider Canelo the king? Why we considered him the king? Why 168? Because he fought for each and every individual belt. He bled for each and every individual belt. You understand what I'm saying? So now that you're the king on top, if they want to put Bud Crawford as the king, then he got to stay at 168, and he got to fight at 168, and he got to defend those titles at 168. But I got a funny feeling that he's just going to just throw the belts out. He ain't going to have the belts.
I strongly disagree with you.
It's not going to stay in 168 for a long time.
I disagree with Supreme.
I think they might get rid of the belts.
I strongly.
Hold on. One more. Hold on. Let me do one more follow up with Preem real quick, and then everybody can jump in. I know everybody's gonna have an issue with Preem.
Oh, by the way, I hope y'all like.
You know what? Listen, I don't beat around the bush. I don't beat around the bush. I keep it real. There's options. He has a lot of options. And I don't think 168, him staying there, is going to be one of them.
He beat the man that dominated the whole 168, so he don't have to stay there and beat up everybody in 168. He beat the man that dominated everybody.
Right. And he could, exactly. He could just let the belts go. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, Nuke, you hear that? You hear all that? Mr. David Benavidez, can you please come and get revenge for Mr. Canelo, please? Y'all heard that dude to me?
I don't know who that. I didn't even hear that, but hey, Nuke, I didn't hear none of that. I don't know where that come from.
Hold on, actually, who's begging David to go get back?
Listen, man, go on David Page and go to Twitter. Go to David Page and Twitterverse. All the Mexican flags is in there begging the man, please go beat up Terrence Crawford, please. Can you please?
Not me.
Yo, Hicken, you on that page?
We gotta address this, but I want to show this. I want to show this. Hold on, I just want to post this real quick, because a lot of people never thought they'd see the day.
What?
Oh, hold on. I'm taking
How is he a buddy?
A buddy already? Damn.
Oh man, this is crazy. Onslaught, is this real?
Nuke, what are they talking about, bro? Hey, I told you, Nuke. I told you this is how Canelo fans are. You see what I'm saying now, though? You see?
Yeah, Canelo fans jump ship, and now they on David Benavidez. I did not tell y'all a bunch of lies back. I was like, eventually y'all gonna start loving him. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all hated that? That's why my name is no longer Ashy Knuckles. It is now Mr. I Told You So. So please, let's get it right. Mr. I Told You So.
Hold on, Ashy. Hold on, Ashy.
Change your name to Mr. I Told You So.
The only thing I'll say with this, Ashy, is this. And look, if Canelo fan, and look, I did hear about some Canelo fans saying that, but I guess if they're all over social media begging David for get back, that's some weak pussy shit.
Agreed.
That's weak pussy shit.
That they want get back. They need to say Canelo.
Why you think David talking?
I don't like. There is something I don't like though. Yeah. One, Supreme was wrong for his take. No, sorry, Supreme. I'm going to keep it real. Pound for pound best fighter is known as the king of boxing, as far as I'm concerned. Now, we cannot deny it. It's undisputed. The pound for pound best fighter in the world right now is Terrence Crawford.
It's him.
Absolutely not.
And look, and the only reason, hold on, I got to get back to that Benavidez thing. But before I do, the only reason why I can't deny Crawford
is number one.
Thank you.
Bud Crawford is number one. And Bud Crawford is not number one. He's the meat rider.
Listen,
hold on one second.
He beat who he had to beat.
The only reason why I can't deny Bud his spot is because before this fight, we had questions about Bud's chin, his stamina, his power. He answered all those questions, and not only did he answer those questions, he whooped Canelo's ass.
Thank you.
Like he didn't just win. He whooped that. Hold on, hit. He whooped his ass. And so Canelo fans that are calling for, but he won't fight David. Oh, he needs to fight David. That's like if hold on. If they're begging for Bud to fight David to try to get some kind of get back, that's like if Park Street slapped the spit out of Hit Kid's mouth. You can't go get Onslaught to go get some get back. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I have to fight it.
No, fuck that. No. A real man got to get his own get back.
Lift back.
And so if you're, hold on, I just want to send this message to Canelo fans real quick. If you're a Canelo Alvarez fan listening to the sound of my voice, and Canelo is the guy who you said he was for all these years, because I said, no, Canelo, he's good, but he's not at that same level. And then I had people crying, no, how dare you? How dare you? You're an animal. You're a monster. Okay, fine. If he like that, then go run that shit back and knock him the fuck out.
You
don't need David.
Go on, because I have another point.
Go ahead, whoever wants.
Nuke's point. If Canelo is all that stuff that y'all saying, then that just means you got to give Bud even more credit at that point. Don't be mad at Nuke.
Listen. I was doing my homework and I'm watching videos.
That's why Bud is number one.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100, whether they like me or not. That's it. That's how I'm real talk. I'm always real talk. Check it out. I was looking at the videos, and I felt like everybody that Canelo fought, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can hate it or not. I'm just going through a boxing perspective. None of those guys really had like the IQ, the hand speed, or the movement like Crawford had. You understand what I'm saying?
That's correct.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
It took me to. All right. But I ain't saying it just to say it. I'm not saying just to say it. I actually saw videos. I did my homework. Yo, that's crazy.
That's cap.
I did my homework.
I just want to direct your attention to
I'm
the
about to body that.
Hold on. Everybody's attention at the screen real quick. Onslaught. What it is, Crossface said, y'all glazing Bud now.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
No, we're
LB
giving
says
Bud
this channel
credit.
turned into a Bud glazing channel.
Give him full credit.
Hold on.
Luke,
No, this is a boxing.
Before this fight,
Hold on.
listen,
the guys
before
that
this
are
fight,
writing
the
this,
difference
listen,
between
the guys that
Canelo
are
and
writing
other
this,
guys was his accomplishments.
Right, they gotta understand.
I'm gonna go around the room. Hold on, I'm gonna go around the room so everybody can talk because I'm fucking up real quick. My bad, fellas. My bad. Let me get these bills paid. Antonio Garcia said, I also checked up on Ashy Knuckles in the system. Turns out he broke into a Snickers factory back in 1984. He was eating all the ones with the dick vein. Salute to my brother Antonio Garcia. Ashy, you know what it is, Ashy. Hold on. The Gooch says Usyk still pound for pound number one. He fights Johnny. No. I give Usyk all the credit in the world. Bud has topped him. Bud has topped. I'm sorry. Bud has topped him.
Thank you.
He's topped him. You can't take it. And I'm sorry that if people think that's glazed or whatever,
it's not.
It's a factual statement, bro.
It's factual.
Like
You can't say it's glazed because I'm gonna tell you the one thing Bud did that anyway and fucking Usyk didn't do. They didn't be the top 5 pound for pound fighter.
Thank you, Park Street.
So fuck them.
Not only that, they gotta. We're not glazing
Bud's not number one. He's a meat rider.
Right. We're not meat riding no Bud or nothing like that. Y'all gotta understand. This is a boxing channel, you dumbass. And if you don't know how to talk about boxing, then get the fuck out.
What is Crossface says? I'm not a Canelo fan.
And we can question that.
That's not it. So I just want to clean this up real quick. Hold on 1 second. What it is, Crossface says, I'm not a Canelo fan, y'all glazing Bud. So please, your next comment in the chat, what it is, Crossface, tell me, what did anybody on this panel say to glaze Bud Crawford?
Exactly.
Just prove me wrong right now. No, because once you tell me what it is that we said to glaze him, if I glaze him, if Preem glazed him, we'll own up to it. But if we speak in facts, you gonna get cooked. So go ahead and leave in a comment. Your next comment. Don't disappear. Because I don't see you nowhere in the chat right now.
Listen,
go ahead and drop you on that keyboard strong. Your hands and mouth is strong. Is your neck strong, bitch? Go ahead and type in the comment. What are we saying to glaze Bud Crawford? You got all these
glazing Bud would be saying some shit like Bud would be Usyk.
We can't take that away.
Yo,
if I said Bud would be Usyk, that would be glazing Bud.
Yeah, Park. They hating because we just giving them his flowers. That's all.
Crossface,
we're giving them his flowers. That's all.
Chat.
He won't.
Crossface, we waiting on you, bro.
Hold
on, let me welcome my brother from another mother, Solidus T on here. What's up, Solidus?
Oh shit, he's around.
Hey, what's going on with you? What's going on?
Solidus.
With idiots, Solidus.
I got a question for you, Solidus, because you know what? I know me and you ain't always seen eye to eye, but I know you keep it real, man. And let me ask you this, Solidus.
Yeah. Nah,
a lot of Canelo Alvarez fans begging for David Benavidez to go get back for them.
Yeah, but that was expected, though. People are, what was going to happen. Crawford win. Everybody, all the Canelo fans is mad.
Yep,
that's expected, though. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
That's what they say. He's not Mexican. So why is they calling on that man? Why are they calling on him?
But these Canelo fans, they're like, no disrespect, but these are not real boxing fans. They just like Canelo.
Oh, let me say, let me just slide this up in there. Mr. Edgar, where you at, man? You been hiding, man. Where you at? Can I get my money, man? Can I get my money?
I have reached out to Edgar. Edgar has reached out to me. We've had a conversation, and he said he wants to do it live on live stream. So I'm gonna be streaming all week. So you and Edgar gonna link up this week, and he's gonna send the money. He's assured me he's gonna send the money. He even offered it to send it to me.
The fight was last week.
I know. He even offered to send me. I know. Actually, he offered to send me the money. I didn't want to go ahead and spend the money on hookers and booze. So I said, look, just hold the bread until you get on here and live, because I'll fuck up the bag, and then I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Can I say something blunt?
Okay, here it is. He finally responded. So he said we were meat riding Bud Crawford
Oh, go
And
on.
so, and then I said, what did we say to meet right Bud Crawford? And then he responded that Bud Crawford is the face of boxing. He's pound for pound, etc. That's glazing.
Ain't nobody said he was the face of boxing.
But he's not the face of
said he was the face of boxing.
That's now you got me standing up.
You gotta understand.
The face of boxing.
Listen, man. That's what happened. That's what happened when you be 69 and another man. You know what I'm saying? You get your words all fucked up and shit.
He got the ears of a whore.
The thing is, right now, Bud Crawford is the face of boxing after beating Canelo.
He's not the face of boxing, but he's pound for pound number one.
Oh, he said Onslaught said that. He said Onslaught said he's the face of boxing. He's pound for pound. He said Onslaught is glazing Bud Crawford.
Hey, first,
Onslaught, can you please respond to this guy?
It just depends on. Listen, it just depends on what your definition of the face of boxing is right now. When I think of boxing right now, the first person that pops into my head is Terrence Crawford. If we talking about who sells the most tickets, it's still Canelo. But we'll see what happens in the future. But it just.
Hold on, Onslaught. Couldn't you make the same argument that Anthony Joshua can sell a shit ton of tickets?
You know what I mean? It's
like in different arenas as well. But the reason why we call Canelo the face is because he was also undisputed and selling tickets. But Crawford has just got like he's. If you look at it, when it comes in a boxing ring, he's carrying the sport right now.
Thank you. When you think of boxing now, Bud is the guy you think of now. You know what I mean? Canelo was that guy before. Now, because he was holding all the belts on stage. He's Viva Mexico. Now Crawford's that guy, you know.
Hey, Crawford, hold on. Didn't Crawford just fight 3 world champions in a row?
Thank you. Hey, Nuke is on fire, bro. Nuke is
hold on. So if Crawford just fought 3 world champions in a row, then how are we arguing that he's not carrying the sport? He's not pound for pound. Canelo didn't fight 3 champions in a row.
Thank you. Nuke is saying everything for me.
You said Bud fought 3 world champions in a row. Who was the 3 champions?
That's a fact. He fought Canelo, he fought Madrigal, he fought Spence. Those are 3 world champions in a row.
Yep.
In 3 years, he did that.
Did he have Spence before he went up to 154? Was that 154 fight? Because then he fight Sean Porter after.
No. He fought Spence, Madrimov, Canelo, back to back.
Canelo,
back to back.
You can't take
that. I thought he fought Sean Porter after he fought Spence.
No, he fought Spence, and then
that was before. That was before.
Oh, okay.
That's way before that.
Here's my problem with this though. To the Canelo fans who are begging David Benavidez to get back, you pussies. I've always said I'm a boxing fan, okay? I've always said I'm a boxing fan. I'm a fan of Canelo as a fighter. I'm a fan of Inoue. I'm a fan of Bud Crawford. I'm a fan of Usyk. I'm a fan of the fighters who I think are, going to be the best. And I want to see fighters challenging themselves. If I'm David Benavidez, I'm ignoring all this talk. Because if he gets caught up in this, you got a fight upcoming in November. Get through that first. Focus on your own shit. Can we all agree?
Hold on. And respectfully hit. You need to be a fan of a weight loss plan. Ashley, what were you going to say?
David Benavidez is falling into the trap of. See, this is what I believe, and I could be 100% off and totally wrong. I believe David Benavidez want the fans. He craved the love from the Mexican fans. Why? Because he's half Mexican. So I feel he want that attention that Canelo was getting. That's why he was just so determined to challenge him. That's just my opinion, and like I said, I could be 100% wrong. But I feel that's why he's starting to fall into that dumbass fucking shit about him fighting fucking Crawford. And to be honest with y'all, I am a David Benavidez fan, but that's a fucking real iffy fight for him. Just because David Big don't mean that fucking Crawford can't put them hands on him.
At 168 for sure.
Listen, but actually, that's what I've been saying.
Can I give my take on that?
We'll go around. Let's go to Solidus real quick. Hold on. Let's go to Solidus. Then I got Park Street. Then we got Onslaught, Cream, and back to Hit. Go ahead, Solidus.
In my opinion, when it comes to David Benavidez, at this point, 2025 going into 2026, he should be fighting nobody less than 175.
I agree.
That 168 shit is it's like that Dr. Dre song back. It's like that Dr. Dre song back in the day. Been there and done that. Like that shit's over with. It should only be 75 pounds and possibly a cruiserweight.
I agree. I don't want him burning himself back down.
And let me say this real quick.
He's not fighting for undisputed. He shouldn't be fighting at 168.
Let me say this. And also, when it comes to the Canelo thing, I think he wanted to fight Canelo because he really wanted that undisputed at super middleweight. And I think that's mainly what it was. I don't know.
which is why
I
he's
agree
still
with what
fighting.
Ashley. I agree with what Ashley was saying, but I just think that he wanted to fight him because he wanted those belts, and Canelo wouldn't do it. I don't think it's because he wanted attention from the fans. I don't think he cares about that.
That's facts. That's facts.
But yeah,
Well, two things can be
if
true at the same time.
it ain't a 75-pounder, ain't no reason for him to. That's all he should be fighting. That
Yeah,
or
that's
maybe a
how I feel.
cruiserweight.
That's how I feel, Stallings. I
Facts.
feel he shouldn't even go to 168. Stay your ass
Yeah,
at 175 and deal with
yeah,
those
that's over
monsters up
with.
there.
Yeah, that's over with.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go
Go,
ahead.
bro.
If I'm Bud, I go ask Uncle Turkey. Give me Adamas since Janet Beck's gonna probably fight Lara, and then the fight after that, winner for the two guys fight for undisputed. Then it's a four-time undisputed.
Johnny Beck
And
and
Bud
those
should
are
be
Adamas already lined
5-time
up.
undisputed.
Johnny Beck and
What?
Adamas already lined up
Bud should be
Hey,
5-time undisputed.
on the undercard
well,
of Shakur and Tio.
what I heard is that
Keep
it's
reading that
probably
right,
gonna
Hamza.
it's what I heard it's
Huh?
probably gonna be Janabek and Lara.
Yeah,
But
that's
either
true.
way, if it's Janabek and Adames, fucking fight Lara. You know, you make it
No
two
money
fights
in it.
next year.
No, Gooch is
No
correct.
money in it.
Now, at 160, that makes sense. If Crawford
Hey,
Yeah,
real
All right,
quick,
listen, my
no
man,
money in it.
my man
real
Bo
quick.
Mac and
Saying
Cheese.
this, y'all
Listen,
saying
Bo
shit
Mac
that I
and
was
Cheese
saying
said they're
lives
not.
ago.
Listen, Bo Mac and Cheese said they're not going to drop the belt. He said they're going to wait for a while and see what's going on. And he also said that he's not interested in the Benavidez fight. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with Ashley and them. Like, he shouldn't come down, keeping it real. He should not come down at all. He should stay at
Well,
175, stay up
well,
there, grind it out. You know what I mean?
wait.
He doesn't need to come down. Listen, he don't need to come down 168 no more. That's it. Look, in order for you to beat the man, you got to be the man. Crawford beat the man. Now he's the man. You understand what I'm
Oh
saying?
my God.
So it is
So
what it is.
hold on. So now I got a question
my
for
God.
everybody. My brother Alduin says Onslaught. He directed this towards you, Onslaught. Anybody can
Yeah.
respond as well. And he said,
Yeah.
does Bud cook Boots and Janabek the same way he did Canelo? Does Canelo have a chance in a rematch? That's question 2.
Yeah.
And he said, in my opinion, he doesn't cook Boots or Janabek, and Canelo
Well,
should not be
I could
counted out in a
respond to him.
rematch.
I
I
don't.
can
I
respond.
don't think
I can
he's
respond to
gonna
him.
cook. I don't think he's gonna cook. Boots. Listen, I don't
Hold on,
think
let me
he'll
respond.
cook.
Let me
Hold
respond
on.
real quick.
Let
Real quick.
Onslaught respond, and we'll
Yeah,
go
on
around
my
real quick.
bad, bro.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah,
the first question is, does
yeah.
Bud cook Boots and Janabek? That's the first one.
No, I don't think. I think those fights, Boots and Janabek, are stylistically more difficult than the Canelo fight. But I would pick Crawford to beat both of those guys. And he says, does Canelo have a chance in the rematch? He has a chance in any fight against anybody, but I think that in the rematch, Crawford will just beat him even worse. I mean, I don't see any
Listen.
adjustment
I'm being. If
Canelo
it's a
can make.
rematch, he
Yeah,
cannot have. I'm sorry to say, if he cannot. I'm being honest.
yeah,
If
yeah.
it's a rematch, he got to go a whole. It gotta be a whole different Canelo. And I mean, when I say that,
Yes,
a
right.
different stylistic. And I mean, I'm sorry. Put
Yeah,
Eddie Reynoso aside and get
yeah, for
somebody
sure.
else to teach you something different.
Which
Wait,
I
wait a
think.
That's
minute.
all I
Wait a
gotta
minute.
say.
Wait a minute. So Canelo needs to get rid of.
Not
Hold on.
only
So,
that, he has to heighten his output. He has to put out more.
And Park Street, I don't think he can
Exactly.
do that at this
and
point.
that's
I don't
not
think
his
he can do it.
style. He's gonna
Thank
he's
you.
You
gonna
know,
gas the fuck out.
What
can I
Nuke said.
can I say
What Nuke said.
can I
That's not
say
his
something?
style.
Yeah,
Even
go
if
ahead.
he used the jab more, even using the jab more,
Hold on. The
Hold on.
thing
Let Gooch get this one in.
the thing that Bud did outstanding. He did a great job of exposing Canelo's gas tank because he
Yep.
moved. He didn't run. He moved. And,
Yes.
you know, if
Yes.
you look, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. And
Yep.
that's why Canelo never beats him. I don't, at this
Yep.
point, this Canelo, you know, people can say, oh, he's got to swing for the fences. No, he's going to get tired even faster.
Exactly.
I just don't think, you know, Bud had the perfect plan. He executed it well. He moved. If you notice, I think it was in the 9th or 10th round when Canelo took a step back and his knee buckled. That's
Yeah,
because he was
sticky leg.
fucking exhausted. He was
He was tired.
exhausted.
He was tired, man.
So
Yeah.
let me ask this to the king of Omaha, my brother from another mother, Steel Mills. Steel Mills is on the channel, man. The king of Omaha, man, representing the
Coach
city.
Stills.
Coach
I ain't none of
Mills,
that. I ain't none of that. I
you
ain't
know.
none of that.
Now, Coach, listen to this, Coach Mills. Does Bud cook Boots and Janabek the same way he did Canelo? Can you see that if he now? I don't know why he would be fighting Boots. It seemed like Bud is looking for legacy, And Boots is not a title holder currently. So, and Bud's last 3 fights were champions. Why would he fight Boots? I don't know why anybody's mentioning Boots. That don't make sense.
And he's at
Bud
54
said he
too.
would go to 60. And if you see Janabek and Adamas finally getting it on, it seemed like Turkey's trying to make this shit happen. So Bud can either have one more run at another weight class, become a 6-weight world champion.
Which would be crazy.
Or he's gonna have it run back maybe one more run back with Canelo, because that's probably the biggest fight these guys can have. Yeah. But Bud looks like he's fresh, he's energized. Do you think Bud can cook Janabek or anybody at 60 the same way he did Canelo? And does Canelo have a chance in a rematch?
To answer your question, I think he beats the ever living shit out of Boots. Yeah, Boots has the style like a Madrimal to a certain degree, but he's just way too unpolished and unseasoned to deal with somebody like Bud. Johnny Beck, I think, is a much more compelling fight, because people is getting it fucked up. Styles do make fights.
Yep.
Johnny Beck ain't stepping in behind his shots like that. Naturally, he's a counterpuncher. He likes to set traps. That could be, that could create a problem for Bud. So I do think Bud is better. I think Bud can beat Johnny Beck, but I think it's not. I don't think he's cooking. I think he beat him though, just because of the style clash. You know what I'm saying?
Like a Madrimal fight for real.
Yeah, it would look like a Madrimal fight.
It would look like that. I've been saying this. I think Janabek versus Bud. I'd be picking Bud, and I think Bud would win a close decision.
Yeah,
I think that would be a really good close fight. I'm totally with Mills on this. I think Bud crooks Boots. Boots, although a great fighter, and although that's a great jab, and he lands too. Look what Boots is. Boots takes at least 2 to 3 to land. 3 to 4.
That's true.
That is food for Bud Crawford with his straight punches.
I think you guys are giving Janabek too much credit.
Hold on, Gooch, before we finish that. Mills, how does the rematch happen? What does Canelo need to do in a rematch to make it more competitive?
Put that weight back on. That's the bet. I think that's the best bet he can do. I think that's the best thing he can do. You're not gonna be able to pin Bud to the ropes as effectively as you could. But I think with Bud, with his confidence and being able to stand in the pocket and trade, I think, like I said the last time I was on here, man. I think him coming in leaner, it took some of the shock up out of his tires, man. He wasn't wearing those shots well, man. He was really reacting to them shots that Bud was landing on him in a real funny fashion. Like he didn't react like that with the shots that Golovkin was landing on him, the way that he was acting with Bud. I think a lot of that has to do with just him cutting the weight, how he came into the fight. He wasn't as bulky, he was a lot more lean. I think he needs the shock absorber back, come in with, pack that muscle back on. Come in like how you did in there with Callum Smith, which is I said that he should have fought him. I said that out the gate. He needs that game plan fighting the Bud Crawford.
That's what I said too.
I think that's the best.
What do you think about his output, Mills?
Who?
Do you think he needs to up that?
It's way too low.
No.
You can't change, bro.
You can't change. You can't, bro. You like I see people saying he needs a new trainer. He needs to. Nah, it's too late for that. It's too late. You don't. He can't go back to that high value punches at mid range. He can't do that. He can't do that because Bud is the sharper counter puncher, man. You gonna continue to open up and continue to get slipped, dip, and clip. Nah,
so
man.
He got to come in, weight bully, take those shots, and brawl.
That's not gonna work either.
I don't think.
Slow down faster.
Brawling. I mean, look for the brawl, definitely, man. But I just think you got to be able to. The shock absorber is everything, man. You got to be able to take those shots, even those shots that you can't see coming. You got to be able to take those and be comfortable in them exchanges. He looked real uncomfortable, and flustered in them exchanges.
He always looks uncomfortable when he gets those shots.
I like to reference another fight, but this fight is not exactly like that. Different styles, but I like to reference this fight because when I think of it in my head, it was when Kell Brook moved up and fought Triple G. You remember early in the fight, Kell Brook was landing some really solid shots on Triple G. I don't know if it was an uppercut or something that's like snapped his head back. But Triple G established his jab, established and maintained the tempo of the fight. He's the one that's saying, no, we're going to fight at my pace, my way. And Triple G just ate everything Kell Brook threw at him until he eventually started breaking him down. Canelo Alvarez has no jab. Canelo Alvarez could not get around Bud's jab. Canelo Alvarez had too many issues. And so it's not that he would need to start over from scratch. He needs to use his gifts and abilities better. And Eddie Reynoso may be a voice that Canelo has tuned out at this point.
Nuke, can I see that? I was
what's going on with dumbass Boo Boo Andre coming up with his stupid ass fucking comments?
Nobody cares about
Man, let's
Buddy.
not even
Listen,
address that shit,
cares
hey,
man.
about
Let's
what
not
the
even
fuck
Let's
they
address
gotta
that.
say?
yeah, I was about
let's
to
not
ask the same
address
question.
irrelevant cunts, please.
Irrelevant.
Can I just
I'm
say
not. I
I was
not. I
at
don't even. I don't even know why we entertain his ass. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
y'all
only
saw
reason why
Nesta
I brought him,
Nesta
only
got on
reason
his
Listen,
why I
ass
brought
Boo
him.
though.
had the opportunity to fight Canelo and he ducked him. So why the fuck is he
Yeah.
talking about trying to fight Bud?
Nah, he
Fucking
didn't
yeah.
duck him. He didn't
He
duck.
ain't duck. He
He
didn't duck
didn't duck him.
Canelo.
He didn't duck
Why didn't
Canelo.
he
He didn't
duck
duck.
him? He didn't duck out the Zach Parker fight.
He kept
I'm
asking.
about to say,
He came. What,
TikTok.
where do y'all think that
He had the Zach
famous meme
Parker
come
fight.
from?
He pulled out the fight, and John Ryder got to the
That's
fight
right.
and then
That's a
beat
fact.
and beat Zach
No,
Parker.
no, no, no.
That's a
That's
flat
right.
Canelo fight.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. In fairness, Park Street
That's
is on
right.
point. He had
That's
an
right on that.
opportunity and he walked away from it. That's on Boo Boo. And look, don't nobody owe Boo Boo shit. Boo Boo came to that
No,
press conference with Canelo, and that's when Canelo was unifying titles at 68. Boo Boo was still at 60.
Yep.
But
Yep.
this comment comes from round 105, and he says Onslaught always switches his opinion if Nuke or Mills change their opinion.
That ain't true. That
I mean,
ain't true. That ain't
You want to get?
true.
I know you got a
That ain't
history with
true.
105
hey,
Onslaught.
105.
What's up with
Listen,
that
well,
fucking?
listen, but if it is true, he
hey,
got to point it out though.
hey, I never switched
He
any
got to
opinion.
specifically say what he's talking about.
Thank you,
You
Park
you
Street. I
got
never
you
switched
got
any
you got to
opinion.
put out the exact statement round
Tell
105 so we can know.
105 to hop on the panel. Buddy's a goofy. I don't really got much to say about Buddy.
Hey, hit kid. Hey,
Yeah.
hit kid. That's one
Hey,
for you.
Onslaught calling you
This one
buddy.
for you, my man.
Go on.
Arthur, my man Arthur Benavidez might just fight that kid, the Chino. What do you think about that?
Oh, that'd be a decent fight.
Why ain't Arthur
Who?
Benavidez fighting David?
You said who?
If he fights Chino, that's not
Who
gonna
the
be a
fuck
walk
is
in the park.
Chino? Why ain't Arthur fighting fucking David
Now he might
or
fight
Bivol?
Najee. Chino. It might happen. It might happen.
That'd be a good fight.
That's not
I
gonna
ain't
be a
mad.
walk in the park, man. That's not a I don't know, but I don't know, man.
I just don't
It's
get
gonna be a good fight, just like you said, a good fight.
So I just heard off Onslaught earlier on that they're actually maybe finally confirming Adames versus Janabek.
Yeah, it's on the undercard of Tio and Shakur.
That could be. That's probably going to be the best card.
Oh, so that Tio versus Shakur fight's official?
It's not official, but it's almost there.
It's pushing,
It's unofficially
man.
official.
It's
It's
almost
not,
there.
but they talking smack now. It's real smack. So now
No, like, I
it's
like
getting
how
there.
they both promoting it though. Like they was both next to each other, and I like that, but I didn't know if it
So
was
is
on paper
Crawford.
yet.
So is Crawford. He told
think?
Tio. He told him in the press conference. He told him, hey, he said, you gonna fight my little brother right here? How about you and my little brother fight? Come on, and it's about to go down. I think that's gonna go down.
Fuck that.
That's gonna be the next fight.
I like Tio in that fight. Fuck that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I think that's what the benefit of the Canelo versus Crawford fight was the best fighting the best regardless of weight class.
Big. I like.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good fight. But if it's gonna be Shakur and my man Teofimo, I got Teofimo, man.
I got Tio, man. I got Tio.
Hold on.
It might be boring.
I know y'all got.
Actually,
Hold on.
you said you got
Let's
Tio.
get. Hold on. 1 second. Let's get our picks in for this now. Then I got a special announcement to make. Teofimo Shakur. Who'd you got, Preem?
I'll go for Tio. I'm going for Tio.
Who
I
you
like
got,
Shakur.
Ashley?
I like
I'm going
Shakur.
for Tio, baby. Tio all day.
Who you got, Hit?
Shakur unanimous decision.
Ahmed, who you got?
At the moment, I'd say probably Shakur as well. Yeah.
Okay, Solidus, what you got? TL Shakur.
I'm gonna go with Shakur.
Mills. TL Shakur, Mills.
Shakur and a snooze fest.
Oh, man. Park Street, who you got? Hey, Park Street still there?
Don't say that no more, because I fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Park Street smoking on that Nello pack. Park Street, who you
Yeah,
got?
you already
TL
know.
Shakur.
Shit, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Because
Just say Lopez.
I think Shakur is the slightly better boxer,
Slightly?
but I think that
Slightly?
oh, absolutely.
Shakur's
Come on,
gonna
man.
win, bro. Come
Shit on Tio
on.
like Tio a bum or something. Tio got hands, man.
TL
He
got
got
hands.
hands.
No, in
Tio
fairness,
got
He
IQ in that.
That's
He
what I'm
got
talking
IQ.
about. Like, Shakur's
He
not
got
that.
IQ.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like, but Tio's much more proven. He has a lot of athleticism, and he has really good defense. So
And he got power.
that's
Much
like
more proven?
that's like
Yeesh, I don't
What
know,
is he
boy.
not?
I want to hear Onslaught's
No,
opinion on this.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, based off who he fought and the accolades that he has,
Who's a better
he's a
boxer,
little more
Loma?
proven.
Who's better,
okay.
Loma or Shakur? Because some people would say Loma is a better boxer.
I would say
Oh, for sure.
skill for skill, they're pretty compatible, man. I think
What?
Shakur is sharper defensively.
I just
Yo,
think
yo,
Yeah,
Tio
yo.
been. I
I
think
know. I know.
Tio been in
Listen,
better
I know
battles, man.
Teofimo. Listen,
Onslaught.
Teofimo
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
well. Listen, he got IQ in the brain.
Oh,
He's gonna
Tio.
eat. He's gonna eat through that defense. Shakur
Yeah.
gonna have to fight, like
Hey,
really fight.
do you think
Let
that? Do
Onslaught
you
go.
think that athleticism enhances your
Cepeda,
defense?
Cepeda hit him with his eyes closed. You know
We
what I mean?
talk.
Cepeda didn't even see when he
Come
hit him
on,
like that
we
with that right
Zepeda's a
hand.
Gatling gun, though. Zepeda's a Gatling gun,
We talking
bro.
about
I
Shakur
Tio.
don't think.
beat the
We
shit
You know
talking
out
about
what
of
Tio
I'm
and
him
saying?
in
Shakur.
most
Do
weight
y'all think
loads.
that athleticism
Teofimo gonna pick
enhances
his
your
shot,
defense?
and they gonna come.
Teofimo Shakur, who wins?
We talking about Tio and Shakur.
Yeah.
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 I think if you look at Teofimo Lopez when he fought Jermaine Ortiz was giving him fits. Sandro Martin was giving him fits and dropped him twice. I think stylistically it's a bad matchup for Tio. He won't really get much of a chance to get started in that
Land.
fight. I think Shakur beats him in a boring decision though.
Nah,
Yeah.
man,
Hey,
Shakur gonna be
Thank.
on his bike doing
It's a
too much,
unanimous
man.
decision. It's a unanimous decision, Shakur, all day.
Yeah, it'll be something like that.
It's not going to be
mhm.
fun for Tio. It might be a
Tio
boring fight, but
he won't get a chance to get
it's
started.
money for Shakur.
Just
I
like with
will
the
be betting on that fight.
he
Shakur,
barely beat
because
Jermaine
Shakur
Ortiz.
will
He
go
barely
nuts.
beat him.
Let me pay these bills, and then I'm going to go ahead and welcome the Brimlander on here. And then I got an announcement to make. My brother Antonio Garcia says the same could be said for Benavidez fans. I guess the same as Canelo
Sheesh.
fans. My brother the Gooch, he says, I knew Canelo was going to lose once Mr. 0 for 7 Kiwi picked him to win. He is the kiss of death. Ain't that a bitch?
Damn, damn.
Damn, Kiwi.
Oh, man. And one baller says, who wins in the Jake Paul tank? That's
I
not a
don't
fight.
give a
It's not a
fuck.
fight though. It's not a real
Is
Not
fight.
that
a
Mills?
fight.
Is that a real
Get the
fight? Am I
fuck off.
misunderstanding this?
Man,
They're
that's gonna be a
fighting. They're
damn. That's
fighting.
gonna be a damn
They're fighting in
pancake fight,
Miami
No
man.
one
now.
knows, man.
I don't even think it's an expedition in a
An
exhibition no more.
expedition. What are you talking about? An
Expedition.
expedition.
Hey, Supreme.
An
They wearing
expedition with a
Supreme.
Ford truck?
They
Nah,
wearing
I don't think it's
Oh,
an
man.
exhibition no more,
no,
yo.
it's
Yeah,
not.
It is an
Supreme.
I don't think it's
exhibition.
an exhibition
It's
no
an
more.
exhibition. It's an exhibition, and they're fighting with Acme gloves, inflatable Acme
They
gloves.
literally wearing
He said
16-ounce
inflatable.
gloves.
Wait up, Brim. Hold on, Brim. So Canelo Crawford get 41 million
Bro,
views.
Brim, you
Is
stupid.
Jake Paul, Tank Davis going to surpass that, Brim?
I
I'm gonna
hope
do
not.
everything I can to help it not. Because
I hope
listen, I'm
not.
gonna watch the undercard. Right as soon as the Stain event comes on, I'm turning it off.
I hope
Who's
he
on the
does.
undercard?
I don't
I'm
know,
gonna
but
be
if
honest
but
with
it's
you,
gonna
it
be
might
real
do
fights on
more
the
because Jake
undercard.
Paul brings a different type of audience.
It's going to be real fights on the undercard, right, man? I don't want to hear the Jake Paul bring a different type of audience.
He
Jake Paul
don't.
didn't bring shit with the
Yeah,
Chavez Jr. fight.
Or the
He
Mike
makes
Tyson one.
or
Mike Tyson was
exactly.
big because of Mike Tyson.
Mike
Jake
Tyson
Paul
boxing.
had hits and misses, and I pray before cheese and crackers that Tank and Jake does not outdo Canelo Bud. And can it? Yes,
I
I
but
hope.
it can
agree.
That
still
shit ain't gonna
obviously
do.
not
That
make
shit
it.
ain't going out. That shit ain't
I
going
hope.
out do
Well,
Bud and
I hope it
They're
Canelo.
does.
not
I
gonna
don't
that's
think
battle
it
gonna,
is
that
either. I
shit.
hope it don't. I'm gonna
bro.
do my part
That's
though.
listen.
Listen, as
That's gonna
boxing
be.
fans, we have to
It's
do our
gonna be
part.
up
Hold on,
there.
let me finish. Let me
It's gonna
finish. I
be
just got
there.
in the building. Let me
It's
finish.
gonna be up there.
Let me
It's gonna
finish,
be up
Supreme.
there. It's gonna
Let me
be
tell
up
you
there.
something.
Brim, do you mean worldwide or America? Because that was the conversation we had
I'm
before
just
the fight.
saying, worldwide, we should do our part as boxing fans. We watch
Yes,
the
come on,
undercard because the undercards are real fights, and when the Stain event comes on, turn it off.
Brim, we
I
got we
agree.
got
I agree.
I
I
got you,
agree.
Nah,
Brim.
man. I'm
I'm
gonna
with
watch
you
that
on
fight.
that, Brim.
I'm gonna watch
Hey,
that
It's
fight.
not
I'm
Brim,
the
gonna
we
watch
main
that
turning
event;
fight.
that
it's the
shit off,
Stain
Brim.
event.
to
I
boycott
hate
it.
to say it, but I want Tank to start his ass. I'm
I
tired of
hope so
Jake
too,
Paul.
but it's
I
not a
Well,
real
don't.
you
fight.
want him to
Now
start him with
listen,
I'm
you want
tired of
him to
Jake
start
Paul.
him with 20 ounce
hold on.
Acme
Let's get
gloves.
something
Come
right
on,
now.
bro. He got,
Tank taking this fight just shows how much he ducked these niggas.
bro. I don't care
He
about
ducked
none of that. They
Yeah,
Shakur.
fighting with
duck
fighting
He
with
ducked
20
everybody.
ounce
Shakur.
Acme
He
gloves,
ducked
He
bro.
ducked
They
everybody.
fighting
Kevin
with
Hayes.
Acme
He
gloves.
ducked Tio.
Punk.
Tank is a duck.
He ducked
It's a fake fight.
everybody.
I
It's a
don't
fake
Duck
care
fight.
every.
what
I'm
he
not
did.
trying to hear
I'm
none
talking
of that.
about
Fuck Tank.
semi-retired fighters.
He
Still Mills,
ducked everybody.
honestly, I just hope
K
they beat the
Kid.
fuck out of each other. Fuck them both. I hate them
Hey,
both.
kid, they won't. It's not a real fight. They're literally gonna move
No,
him
I
I'm
know
around the
it's not.
ring.
No, onslaught. I know
Onslaught.
it's not a real fight.
It's
I'm
fake.
not watching.
It's
I'm
knuckles.
not. I'm
We
not
not tuning
watching
in.
that fucking garbage.
We not
Onslaught.
I'm not
tuning in.
watching that garbage.
We not tuning in.
And the
Yeah, we
APB on
not
Nuke.
tuning in.
Hey,
I'll let
nah.
y'all know
Hey,
what happened. I'll
Uzwa,
let
we
y'all know
watching
what
all the
happened.
road fights and then we turning that shit off.
I hope they
I'm
slip on
going
a
to
banana peel.
Miami. I'll let
Listen,
y'all know
I'm
what
not
happened.
watching the staying event, bro. It's not the main event. It's the staying event.
Hold
I'm not
on,
watching
Same
it.
and
event.
I
we
like
also
that,
can't
bro.
forget. Hold on, we also can't forget. My guy is coming up next. He's coming up. What October?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
The one and only Jerron Boots,
Was he fighting?
the killer.
Man,
Ennis.
stop. Stop. Cut that out,
Who's
man.
the talented, unproven
Wait. What did you say? I
fighter
didn't
at
hear it.
154?
Everything they said about Boots is what Crawford did. They said Boots is gonna become pound for pound.
You talking about
Well, I
Boots
mean,
versus?
Crawford's older than Boots, so you can't really even compare the two.
But do you
Yeah.
think Boots could go up to super middleweight? I don't know.
I
Of course
Yet.
think
not.
at some point Boots is big enough at some point in his career to probably hit super middleweight.
Not
All
in
I
this
these
think
weight.
he
dudes
I
did
think he
because they
gets
all
found
weight
out.
bullied.
I think he gets
Gradually.
found
Stop
out.
saying weight bully. There's no such thing. If you make the weight, you make the weight. Period.
Agreed.
All
The
right,
Brimlander has
so why ain't
spoken.
David fighting Bud then?
Okay, well, let's say he does jump up there. Who you like? I mean, just
He's
let's
not ready
say.
for
Well,
that now,
they'll
Coach
put the
Mills.
card
But I'm
before
just
the
saying. No, I'm
war.
saying
You
give him a
got
little
what
bit
we
more.
do
Give
at
him a couple.
154.
Give
What
him.
we
No,
Give
talking
him.
about Bruce
wait a
Wilson
minute.
not
Hold
when he
on,
was
Mills.
out there
No, I
fighting
gotta go at
154.
Mills real quick. Mills, you know damn well he need two tune-ups for 54. How the
That's
fuck
what
he
I'm
gonna go
saying.
up there
That's
and
what
do this?
I'm saying. What I'm
Now,
saying. Y'all jumped the gun. Y'all ain't let me
y'all
finish.
gotta
I'm
stop
saying a
dogging
couple
my
more
booty.
years. A couple more years of development. Like look at the
Listen,
super middleweight landscape right now. Who you? Let's say mobility is still up there when Boots jump up because
Yeah.
they not far apart in age.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
think
he'll
Boots is
take
gonna?
apart in Billy.
Mills,
He'll
don't do
take
this,
Fuck
apart
bro.
in
out of
Billy.
Too
here.
He'll
No,
take
soon. Don't
apart
do
no,
all
this,
that.
Mills.
no,
The
It's too
man
no,
is
soon.
skillful.
You
The
will
no,
man is
literally cook
skillful.
in
Too
Billy.
soon,
You
Mills. Don't do this.
no, no,
I
no.
Don't
think
do
Boots
that.
should have moved up to middleweight. All you guys,
Yo,
apart
this is
from
too
Janabek,
soon about he's about to
that's an
fight the
outboard
first fight at
division.
54 and y'all talking about middleweight. Y'all gotta even
exactly.
stop, bro.
Exactly,
No,
Brim.
I'm
Let's
just
talk
saying
about
Yeah,
he
but
they brought it up.
no.
I had
Let's
to
talk about him. Let's talk
Y'all
about him.
doing too much,
Let's talk
too
about him in
early,
verse
too
14.
soon.
but
Let's talk
y'all
about
gonna have
him.
to stop playing with mobility, bro. Like y'all throwing
Well,
way too much salt on mobility.
but in fairness, y'all be playing with Jerron Ennis. I've said this a
Because
Thank you.
while. I'll say this. I've had everybody on this panel, and look, I've at times favored Virgil Ortiz over Boots, but I look at that as
Who's
a
gonna beat
50-50
Virgil?
fight. No, just hear me. I look at that as a 50-50 fight. If you think that that's going to be some easy fight for Virgil Ortiz, y'all tripping. Come
Virgil
on.
I
gonna
don't I
I don't
think
lose.
think it'll be
Norman
Virgil
I
easy.
gonna lose to Boots, dog. I'm telling you now.
Norman and Boots was 50-50, but Norman ducked that fight.
Yo,
Like
you
Why
think my man? You
are
think
we
Boots is
talking
gonna
about a fight that
outclass
ain't even on the
Ortiz?
radar?
No,
I think
I
Boots
don't.
can beat Virgil, and I think Virgil can beat him. I think it's a close fight.
It's a
Listen, this
close
is
fight.
when
It's
we
definitely
talk
a close
about Boots.
fight.
This I feel
I have
like
to see
Boots gets
Boots
the.
at 154. I have
I
to see
think
him at
Boots.
154
I
first.
think I think Boots gets the same extra credit that David Benavidez gets. Man, good fighters
Listen,
will go out there and prove it. That's all we saying. And
listen,
stop gassing them
listen.
like they
This ain't a
like they
dummy.
head and shoulders
Boots is
above
not a
everybody.
dummy.
That's
Hey,
Listen,
Mills.
Boots
And
is
that
not
says
a
a lot.
dummy. Him taking up this sparring matches with Canelo is preparing himself
He
for
getting
that
ready.
154. All
He
right,
getting
because
ready. Supreme.
he's getting ready. He
Listen,
was actually preparing himself for that whole 154 division.
Supreme.
That's
Please don't
it.
overstate that little
It's
bit of
not Brian
sparring, bro.
Norman
That's some cool
Jr.,
work.
but
That's
you
some
know,
cool
I'm
work.
going with
Supreme,
Boots on that one.
I got Boots.
Stop overstating a
Hey,
little bit.
how you doing? How you doing,
Supreme,
Brim?
you overstating, bro. That was some good sparring with Canelo. That's cool. Fine and dandy. It was
Hey,
solid. But don't be putting all this value on it like it's going to determine his future. Like, stop it, man. This
that's
Yeah,
a
Supreme.
good
but
one.
Norman
Well,
Supreme.
Norman
hold on, onslaught.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember, I think it was a few months ago. Me and you talked about this. Me and you were the only one giving Boots Ennis any respect at
Yes.
154.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why is that.
I
Why does
don't
nobody respect Boots? Why is everybody so quick to shit on Boots like he's trash?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you really.
I
But
got to
I do
talk
Not
to
know
both of
shitting
y'all because
on
y'all
him.
playing stupid. Both of y'all
Like
playing
I'm not.
stupid.
people see a
I
very
never said it
basic
on
guy.
Boots.
Hold on, M Billy. M
Don't
Billy's
speak
a
for
nice.
me.
Hold on, fellas. M Billy's a nice little fighter. But if you see a guy like Jerron Boots Ennis,
yes.
and he
Okay.
can put his weight up. Hold on, if he acclimates and puts his weight up at 64 with all them skills, he will pick this man apart
He
at the
literally
joints.
would.
What the fuck
that's
are
the
Lester
we
three
talking
Martinez
about?
couldn't pick
divisions.
him
That's
apart
the
though.
three. That's the
Let's
three
Lester
talk about
Everybody
Martinez
got
couldn't
to
pick.
divisions.
tighten his defense
Lester
up a
Mills.
little
Martinez
more, but I
ain't got
agree.
the abilities of a Boots Ennis.
Lester
Lester
Martinez
What
isn't
we
Martinez.
Boots.
doing here, dog?
What
At
can
the same
Lester
time.
Y'all gotta
Martinez don't have
stop
the
with.
footwork, the speed,
You need to
This is
stop.
none
what
of
I'm
that
talking.
shit.
This is what I'm talking about when it comes to y'all. First off, y'all don't know if he can carry that weight. Y'all don't know if he'll look up there at 168
Yes,
pounds
thank you.
like he
You
did
sold
at
to 154 and
147.
y'all were talking about 168.
We're talking about in the future once he settles and
Stop.
acclimates. We're not assuming that he can make that jump today. We're just saying that at some point he has
Mobili
a
will be
big enough
retired.
frame to get
At
there.
some point,
Y'all
Mobili
gotta
will be
stop,
retired.
Yo,
bro. Y'all
listen,
and now
Milk, do me a
y'all are
favor.
The most
None of this
important.
Marty McFly shit you on.
One second. The most important thing that people are missing, and we just learned this lesson. What you need to carry up in weight is skills on
that's
slide. We
all we
just
know.
seen that.
Wait,
Bro,
honestly, we've been
Nuke.
saying
Yo,
that. We've been saying that.
listen. Boots
everybody
will take
ain't
over
bud though.
168 and
Yo,
154.
y'all
He'll
blowing
take over
mine
that whole
right now.
division.
The
Go ahead,
diabolical
Brimlander.
Stop
Go
this
ahead,
Marty
Brimlander.
McFly shit now.
Hey, Brent, Brian,
This is
Brian
wild.
Norman.
Come on, Mills. What? How are we tripping, Mills?
Because y'all keep putting the extras on him, man. Let this man.
Dude,
Can he at
let
least
him
show us
finish
something?
working
Hey,
154. Y'all on this
Boots
Marty
will take over
McFly shit, bro.
hey,
154 and
Brent,
168.
Brent, give me.
Okay.
Hey,
Hold
listen,
on.
man.
I
Hey,
got one more
listen.
question. One last
All
question.
I
Hold
got
on.
to
One last
say
question.
is y'all
Hold on. One
starting to
last
look
question
like
here.
Hey,
One last
Mills.
IQs
question.
the way
One
y'all
last
laced
question.
and boots.
Hold on. One last question. Last question. Mills, is Boots and Virgil a close fight?
I think it's a competitive bout. I'm going with Virgil in that matchup because he's more seasoned.
What?
Yeah,
What?
Boots is going
He's
to
gonna knock
beat
out
Mills,
Virgil,
Virgil.
Mills,
Mills.
Mills,
Boots
Mills.
is going to beat Virgil.
He will literally beat
Period.
Virgil. It's not
It
about being
sound
more
good.
seasoned. It's not
Okay.
about that.
Okay.
Virgil's a
Okay.
good
Okay.
fighter, bro, but
Show me.
Boots is going to beat him.
But
I
Virgil,
don't.
stylistically,
I
Show
don't
me.
see
Mills,
Virgil being a
Mills,
super duper
Mills.
power puncher at 154. He
Hey,
can
I don't
thump,
see it.
but
I
he
don't see
ain't
Boots
knocking
being no
nothing
super
out.
duper
And
power
if
puncher
Boots can
neither at
We
take a
need to
154.
shot,
see, we
if
need
Boots
to
Mills,
can
see
take a
Boots
shot
fight
because
the
I believe he
54
will, he's
first.
going to
Mills.
outbox him in the 12th round
Isn't
top.
It sound good.
Mills? Isn't Stanionis the same style as Virgil?
Good.
Isn't Stanionis the exact same style as Virgil Ortiz? Virgil just a
The
No,
bigger,
base,
no,
the
no.
ba-
bigger.
the base.
It's
Yeah,
the
they're
same
both
thing,
pressure fighters. They're both pressure fighters. Yeah, but Virgil was better in that
bro.
in that
Mills,
style.
Mills. They nearly identical, bro. The only
No,
difference
they're
is
not.
Virgil. Bro, I'll literally put them side by side in the video and show you. Virgil and Stanionis are nearly
They're not.
identical.
They're not. They're not.
I could
Virgil is
literally
way
put.
better on his feet,
Okay,
and he's far more
that's
durable than
that's a
Stanionis.
future. No,
Yo,
I said
I want to ask
stylistically.
a question.
Mills. I said stylistically, but Virgil is bigger and stronger though. That's true. That's a fact.
And look, I'm gonna be
But
honest
but
with
I
you.
gave you that. I gave you that. You said stylistically. I said yeah, they have the same base style
Yeah,
as pressure
yeah.
fighters. Yeah, but
Yes,
Look,
they
Virgil
do.
is more nuanced in that style
I
I'm
agree.
than
I
gonna
agree.
be,
I
Stanionis.
agree.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know even if it Boots has even if he doesn't look his best in his fight next month, I get it. But one thing I will say is I do think Boots has the skill set and ability to even beat Murtazaliev.
That's a different fight, but
I
He's gonna take
disagree.
over 154 and take over
I
168.
I want to ask
disagree.
everybody a question. Did anybody put an
Mills is
APB out on
disappointed.
Nuke for the last week?
Anybody did what?
Did anybody put out an APB on Nuke for the last week? I just want to know.
APB
I
for
did
what?
not.
For
I didn't
what?
do that to my brother. I was really busy because I didn't move into a new place and all that. But
Oh yeah.
did anybody put an APB out on Nuke? Because I mean, people was coming to me and asking me where you was at, bro. Like, what
shut
happened?
up.
Where you at?
For
Am I
what? He
Shut
got
was
up.
to
on.
go?
He
Am I
went
my
live last
brother's
week.
keeper?
He
He
went
went
live
live
last
last
week.
week.
Look. I was on a little hiatus with Hit Kid Mama. You know, we was, eating a little beans on toast. You know how we get down out here, man. You know.
You know,
Here's my problem with the boots hype, but I'm just gonna say it. Can we see how he does against Filler first before we start really?
Yeah,
Thank
he'll.
you,
Hey,
kid.
hey,
I
hit
know.
kid, hit
Thank
kid.
Stop
You're
you.
right.
jumping out the window.
He moving up.
We're
He
just
didn't
moving
look good
something.
against Karen in the rematch.
After he
That's
destroys
what
that
I mean.
guy, then we can
Can we,
talk. After he destroys him.
that's what I mean. It's the same argument I have with Benavidez. I don't want to hear Benavidez fans fucking saying he beats Bivol and Beterbiev before he's fought fucking Yard.
Yeah, but
Stop that, man. Shut up.
Benavidez has fought at like heavyweight.
Right,
Boots has been
Benavidez is at
fought.
that weight though. That's a little
Yeah,
different.
Benavidez has
But
the
I get your point
Boots
though.
has been fought.
I'm looking
He
for.
hasn't fought the cream of the crop in the division yet, though.
Hamed,
He honestly hasn't.
I get your point.
what I'm trying to make the case of is before I can go around saying, "Oh, this guy's going to beat everyone" and all that, prove you can beat the guys who you should be beating.
No, I
as
agree
well.
with that. I agree with that. But Benavidez is waiting for Bivol. Like in
Yo,
that situation, Boots
so
hasn't fought him.
may I ask a question about
Yeah.
Benavidez?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Paulus. Go ahead.
Thomas. Go ahead.
No, it's
So
going to be that topic. No.
No,
we've seen
Brim,
we've
relax,
seen
Brim. Damn.
we've seen multiple hold up. We've seen multiple fights of Benavidez. We're still questioning if he's legit or not.
Like heavyweight, yes,
Because it
yes.
looks
Like
like
heavyweight, yes.
because what it looks like is this is what it looks like. People, if you don't have like a popular or sexy resume, if that sound right, if you don't have that, they're going to like take away from what you do in the ring. That's what it seems like everybody's
Hey,
doing.
that's true.
We seen this dude fight.
Benavidez is a top fighter.
We
Mills,
Like
seen
read
this
the
heavyweight.
dude.
comment, Mills.
No,
We
he's
seen
not.
this dude
I
fight
see it.
three
I'm gonna
different
address.
times.
I'm
Like
gonna address him in a minute. I'm gonna
He-
address
we
him.
he-
Oh,
kind of
he
we
on here
kind of
too.
he's legit at this point.
He's
Why
legit.
question him?
He is legit.
I don't get that.
Benavidez is legit.
I think with Benavidez, this is my point with Benavidez. I think Benavidez is a damn good fighter, yes. But there is questions with him at 175.
What questions?
What question
Because
though?
he hasn't fought Bivol and Beterbiev yet.
No. Power. He has lacked power in both those fights against the Gostek, who's coming off a 3-year layoff and only fought.
Hey, watch this. How did he lack power? Because he didn't knock him down. So that means he don't got no power.
Bro, Benavidez is a volume puncher, right? And he did do some thumping in 68, but at 175, it doesn't look like he thump as well. Let's be honest.
Benavidez never one punch knocked out anybody though. He a volume puncher.
Now, why didn't he say that? Onslaught.
To listen and to understand.
He a volume
just said
puncher.
that.
No, that's what I'm saying, Brim. I'm agreeing with you, Brim.
He ain't a one-punch knockout, but he is a volume puncher. No, with the Gostek fight, he backed Gostek up, but Gostek was never truthful, on the verge of getting knocked down and all that. Same with David Morrell. Like, he backed Morrell up, but he was never on the verge of, putting Morrell down or anything like that in that fight. Right. And the problem is, my problem with Benavidez is his power it seems has not carried yet to 175. You could prove me wrong in this yard fight. I'm not denying that.
So because he hasn't knocked nobody down, he's questioned.
No, but that leads to problems fighting a person like Beterbiev who got power. You know what I mean?
No,
For real.
He's basically what he's saying is, so simply because he hasn't knocked nobody down yet, he's questioning him. Even though he's winning these fights and beating them. That's not really how that should work, but I guess.
Well, he showed more. This dude still don't get it. This dude still don't get it. It ain't about him knocking somebody down and knocking somebody out.
No, it ain't. It's about.
It is because he's proven that he's a quality boxer and he's still being questioned. That's what I'm trying to get at. There should be no questioning. The whole argument is based on he hasn't knocked nobody out at 75 yet, but he's already proven he's a quality boxer. So why are we questioning him? That's what I don't understand. I don't get that.
Listen, he doesn't hurt anybody.
He hasn't knocked nobody out, so I gotta question him. Y'all high on Dimitri, but check this out though. Hey, check this out. Hold on. Real calm. Y'all high on Bivol. Check this out. Y'all are real high. Let me say this. You guys are people are real high on Dimitri Bivol, but he only got 12 knockouts and he's a light heavyweight. Nobody comes at him like that. He's a great boxer though, right? He's a great boxer though, right?
He's a better boxer than Benavidez. Don't use this comparison. Please listen.
But he's a light heavyweight with 12 knockouts. He's a light heavyweight with 12 knockouts. When you think of a light heavyweight, they got more knockouts than that.
Listen.
Let me get order on here. What Solid is saying is making a good point. He's saying you don't have to have a lot of knockouts and in a weight class to get a string of wins or to be the top guy.
We know that already. That's a bullshit statement. We already know that. I don't want to hear that.
Still being questioned.
No, we're saying he has a question on Benavidez because he's considered the Mexican monster, and it ain't about him knocking somebody out. He's not even hurting anybody. He had no scars on his face. It's like he was in a pillow fight afterwards. He's not affecting the fighters in the fight.
Bro, he had Morrell scared to throw back because he didn't want to get hit, but he's not hurting nobody.
Hold on, Brim. I never thought this day would happen, but I have to defend Solidus on this one. You can't say he wasn't affecting the fight when he won the fight, because then they would have just ran through him.
You don't get you ain't getting the point. I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Yeah, but he's
never, me and IBF, we see eye to eye nowadays.
It don't make a difference.
He's never gonna hit as hard as Beterbiev. He's never gonna hit as hard as Beterbiev.
I didn't want to talk about Beterbiev in the first game play.
Benavidez only has 2 fights. He only has 2 fights at 175.
But he's never gonna hit as hard as Beterbiev.
I want Mills to address this because we got Fight Sports Talk on here. Welcome, Fight Sports. Fight Sports left an interesting comment. He said Steel Mills is the biggest.
Oh no, he was joking. Okay. Let me take it down. He's scared. So good. So
no.
It's okay to be scared. If I was you, I'd be scared too.
No, I wasn't. Hey, hold on a second.
Relax. Fight Sports. I'd be scared too. I seen what that guy from Omaha did to Canelo. I'd be scared too. These guys in Omaha ain't playing.
Look, it was a joke between. It was a friendly joke, okay? I disagree with Steel Mills. I do think, Mills, you're too critical of Benavidez, but I wasn't serious when I called you a hater. I was joking.
It's all good. I am a hater, but I wasn't mad at it. I'm the biggest hater in the world.
Well, there you go.
I'm a
There you go.
self-proclaimed hater.
IBP, he admits this. Look,
But I'm
the thing is, you never want to give Benavidez credit for anything. So
Why does
That ain't no different than me admitting I'm a casual.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, man. When y'all stop amping him, man, the entire point about nobody. This dude has been marketed. This dude has been marketed as the Mexican monster, and when you jump up in the division, you got people outdoing you with common opponents. That
Mills,
I'm a hater, so that doesn't bother me.
Hold up a second, y'all. I need to borrow some of y'all's opinions because I'm taking out the trash. I need some of y'all's opinions so I can throw it in the bag.
Mills, he only has 2 fights at 175.
That doesn't work. I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't work with me, Onslaught, because Callum Smith in his first 2 fights caught 2 bodies, bro. So you can't just. You
fought better opposition between Callum Smith.
They were not better than Morales.
David will probably beat
Hey, yo, Onslaught. These guys still don't understand that every fight is different. They still don't get it.
What they talking about, bro?
They still don't get it, bro. I've been telling them for months. Every fight is different. They still don't get it. They still don't get it.
Mills, I'm gonna give you a great example real quick. Look, Virgil Ortiz in his first 2 fights at 154, he fought 2 tune-ups and he knocked them both out. But in his last 2 fights,
original 47 pounders.
Listen, when he fought his last 2 fights against higher opposition, they went the distance. Not to discredit Ortiz,
he didn't come close to stopping either.
Okay, it matters definitely, man. Lennon Castillo is at least Lennon Castillo has been in there with the ball. He's fought at the world level before. I'm not saying he's fought at the world level before. He's fought before. So we can't just.
Callum Smith didn't stop Buatsi. That's the only.
Joshua Buatsi is a good fighter. Joshua Buatsi is a better fighter than David Morrell. He's a better fighter.
He's not better than Gvozdyk, right? He's not better.
Still, that's wrong.
He's a better fighter than Gvozdyk right now.
No,
I know y'all don't agree with that.
Morrell is a better fighter than Joshua Buatsi. Haven't beaten who?
Gvozdyk's better than Buatsi.
Still, that's.
Hey, Rolly's going up to 154.
Why do y'all have all this stock in David Morrell? What the fuck has he done?
I was saying Gvozdyk.
Joshua Buatsi is a legitimate top 10 opponent.
Hey, Mills, I agree with you on that one, Mills.
I don't know, man. All I know that Rolly Romero's a champion. I don't even know.
Hold on. So I got a quick question. I got a quick question for Mills. Mills, if David Benavidez goes in there and beats up Anthony Yard but doesn't stop him, does your opinion change or stay the same?
Listen, man. David Benavidez can go in there and split decision Yard as long as he gets the win. I'm like, all right, that's a good win. Yeah. I don't think he's a trash fighter. I just think he's y'all are gassing this dude. His bread and butter was knocking motherfuckers the fuck out. Now that shit his style, he has what to fall back on.
He couldn't knock Caleb Blanc.
His hand speed.
Exactly.
His hand speed.
Hand speed and volume punching, and that shit gets you in trouble in front of calculated counter punches. That's all.
But if he hits as hard as people say, he would have stopped Plant. Caleb Blanc, he couldn't even.
Exactly. That's because he couldn't even down him.
Well, he would have knocked Caleb Plant out if he didn't do so much holding.
No, but that's my point. That's my point. But Turbiev, Kovalev, these guys hit harder.
Don't shake your head at me. Still, you know that if Plant didn't get away with so much holding,
that's an excuse. That's an excuse. Fight sports. Hold on, fight sports. We're not gonna use excuses.
And you somewhat got a point. You somewhat got a point. You somewhat got a point. But at what point does your boxing IQ come into play and you find a way to usurp the clinching?
He's shown more IQ since his power doesn't knock people out at 175. He has to show more skill. Still, don't shake your head at me. He's killing me, Kiwi. His power isn't the same.
Him going to distance literally shows more IQ.
Here's the problem, though. He's not really earned anyone's respect with his power at 175 yet. It can change in the hard fight. I'm not denying that. I'm not arguing that with you.
So he's had to show more skill.
But I'll admit his defense has got a bit better. His thing. But in the Morrell fight, round 4, he was rocked bad.
He got caught.
But you can't tell me he did not get rocked bad by the uppercut.
He got caught.
And that's against the Morrell, who was also coming up from 168 to 175. Callum Smith, that's a better BF. This fight against Anthony Yard, and I'm not saying the better punches and all that, although I think Smith and better BF are better than Morrell.
Smith stopped though. Come on,
we can talk about some other fighters right now other than Benavidez.
No, we didn't want to talk about Benavidez, so let's oblige him.
Can I respond to that?
I ain't got no problem talking about David.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond?
If David Benavidez takes a shot off that by better BF, he's dead. Let's just say it.
That's okay,
see the fight. He dead.
Listen, that 1-1-2 from Callum Smith or Rock David.
Can I get in here? look, Smith never does well against pressure fighters. So in terms of how he would match up with Benavidez, maybe he does punch harder, but he always gets smoked every time he fights a pressure fighter.
He's going to counter punch David and knock him the fuck out.
Oh my god!
David has not been in there with a bigger.
Smith just turned
y'all
on.
gotta
Smith
stop.
just
I
turned
think
on.
Morel hits about as hard as Smith.
Fuck out of here!
What?
How can you say that when Smith is proven to be a knockout artist at 175? Morel's not proven to be a knockout artist at 175.
Y'all got too much faith in David Morrell, dog. Y'all got too much faith in
Come on,
Morrell.
man. Stop me, right?
Jesus Christ, can I respond to
Stop
that?
to me, right?
Jesus Christ, can I fucking respond?
Let Fight Sports respond real quick. Go ahead, Fight Sports.
Because Morrell was putting guys in a coma at 168. I'm not saying he's
that doesn't fucking matter. They're at 175.
Who did Callum knock out at 75? What name did he knock out at 175?
Nobody. That's the
nobody.
The more notable name that he knocked out wasn't something sweet.
Listen, he hasn't knocked out nobody, but he's
knocked out someone of significance. No.
Hold on. Wait. What if you guys are all making a mistake? What if David Benavidez turns around, fights better BF next, and he can take his power?
Then Nuke, the whole thing.
I think he got a different fight.
Nuke.
I don't think
then he still has to deal with Beterbiev's IQ.
Thank you, Park Street. Thank you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Beterbiev is more than just a puncher.
Beterbiev is a very good fighter.
And hold on. In fairness, it's going to be different because the age, the mileage. He hasn't had a knockout in a few fights. And not only that,
didn't have a knockout against one fighter.
Puncher. What if David can outwork him? Overwhelming. Well, I mean, I don't think I've
ever
seen Beterbiev with a style like this before.
No. Nuke just
David doesn't have the footwork and the IQ that Bivol has.
He don't need that against Beterbiev. He don't need that.
No, that's a problem because he's going to open up and give Beterbiev the opportunity to play.
Listen,
there's
Nuke
another path to beat Beterbiev than that.
Listen, the problem with being a value puncher going up against the nigga that's known to knock niggas out is you're going to give him multiple opportunities to knock you the fuck out.
And he don't have to sit on and he don't sit on punches. He can throw the punches freely. He has power without sitting on punches.
If Benavidez
him and Subriel Matias those are probably the only two fighters I can
Hey, Brim, you got your glasses on, Brim.
They hit firing, dog. They not.
By the way, let's just all say it.
I see that Brimapedia.
Bivol schooled a better pressure fighter into.
Say what? What'd you say?
Onslaught.
Yeah.
Onslaught. I know you had a point too. Right after hit kit. Go ahead. Finish it.
No, I was saying Nuke made an excellent point because if Benavidez can go the distance with Beterbiev and use his defense to get around those shots, he can win off of volume alone. It's gonna be tough though. Because I don't think that Benavidez can take them shots from Beterbiev.
What defense are you talking about, though, champ?
Mills.
Benavidez has shown decent head movement.
Defense against
He's
Morrell.
shown better. He literally showed better defense than Beterbiev. Beterbiev don't move his head.
I would say the same defense he had against Morrell. That's all.
That's defense.
So because head kick. Because he got
bad.
Hey, head kick.
Because he
Getting caught with one
once,
punch.
his defense is non-existent.
Caught
I'm not saying he's a
with
defensive
one punch.
wizard.
I know
Yo, Onslaught, did you say
The fact
Benavidez
that we
is
gotta
better than
say
Beterbiev?
David's defense has gotten better
Hold up.
lets you know that his defense is not good.
Hold up. Onslaught, did you say Beterbiev
So
has
he's
worse
still
defense
gonna
than
get caught.
Benavidez has
Hold on
better
one
defense
second,
than
Park. Let him
Beterbiev?
get this one in. Finish up, Brim, because I
Brim
didn't
got a
get.
question for me. Yeah, go ahead, Brim.
Yeah, he got a question.
Did you say Benavidez has better defense than Beterbiev?
Brim, show me one fight where Beterbiev moves his head. I dare you. You want to play?
You said that?
Show me one fight where Beterbiev moves his head. Hey, if you
Show me a whole bunch of fights where Benavidez moves his head.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Onslaught. He was moving his head a lot in the Bivol fight.
Hey,
In the Bivol fight, he was moving his head a lot. So I disagree with that.
Go to the Gvozdyk fight. You'll see Benavidez moves his head all the time and counters with volume. This is not. I'm not just making things up.
Yeah, he moves in the same direction as the punches.
He literally moved his head and responded with volume.
And got back to the ropes in round 10.
Beterbiev relies on distance management. I'm not making things up. I'll literally pull out the film. He relies on distance management.
I think David will beat Arthur. Straight up.
That's why Beterbiev got knocked down multiple times against a bump. He relies on distance management.
Moving your head and slipping the shots is two completely different things. Moving your head and weaving. I said moving your head and slipping the shot is two completely different things. Moving your head and weaving the shot is two completely different things. You can move. You can have upper body movement, just to postulate as a, just on natural instincts as a fighter. But we're talking about timing a shot that's coming at you in that split second, and then you show ability to get to the side of that shot or get up under that shot and meet you over the top to counter the shit. Benavidez does that on a far higher level than the David Benavidez, bro.
Listen, if we're talking about offensive countering, like slipping around, changing angles and moving forward, yeah, Benavidez got that. He's shown that already clearly. I'm talking about just deep, like head movement, moving around. Benavidez doesn't move his head. He uses distance management. I'm not making things up.
Y'all still hear me?
David doesn't do none of the shit that you're saying, though, bro. David Benavidez is a dude who's
Can y'all still hear me?
behind the high guard.
Mills. David is a pressure fighter, but he has
Benavidez works in straight lines. Benavidez don't have better defense. I don't know.
Benavidez has good head movement. He has good head movement.
Benavidez works in straight lines. He's been dropped by Ronald Gabriel, and he got dropped by Morel.
I could literally make a compilation of Benavidez head movement. He has decent.
Benavidez works in straight lines. The guy
I'm not saying he Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying he Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but I'm saying
no. I fuck with you. I fuck you a fellow Midwest dude. I fucks with you. But you killing me right now, bro. You killing me.
Listen, Benavidez don't move his head. I want you to show me this, bro.
Neither does David, and Benavidez does. Benavidez he has the ability to slip a straight, dog. He does.
I'm sorry, Benavidez does not move his head enough for you to make an argument about Benavidez moving his head more than Turbin. Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Brian Norman,
you know better on slide. You know better, Chan.
Brian Norman. I was telling Senior, man. I was talking to Senior. I said, "Hey, man, you better make sure he move that head off the center line because he do tend to keep his head on the center line."
Straight in the center line.
Yeah, he do. He do. Listen, I ain't no fanboy, son. Hey. That's my people's, but I keep it a buck. That's why I rock with Senior because I can talk to him real and say shit like that. That's why I rock with him because I can tell him real.
Respect. Hey, Benavidez, I'm not saying he's some type of defensive wizard though. I'm not saying that.
But I know you're not.
He has shown good head movement in the Bostic fight. You can see it. Like he counters with volume. And
his defense is underrated. That's what it is.
Underrated. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not underrated. It's damn near non-existent. Fuck out of here,
defense is underrated. You don't see Benavidez getting hit left and right like that. It's underrated.
Why the fuck don't you? When we watched the dude get his head run by Morel a multitude of times.
When have you seen somebody just hit Benavidez left and right? Morel was not hitting him like that. Stop lying, bro. Stop lying. He was not hitting him like that. He hit him with a shot in the fourth round that he didn't see coming. All right, that's cool. He was not hitting that nigga like that. Stop it, bro. Stop that shit. He was not hitting him like that, bro. Knock it off. That high guard was hard to get through, bro. Knock it off.
At the end of the day, David Benavidez, obviously, he ain't knocked nobody up, but he wins the fight regardless, right? So he's a winner. He's undefeated until somebody beats him up and beats the hell out of him and takes the L or give him the first L. Then we can talk. I get it. He hasn't had the same power as 168, but you know what I'm saying? But he survives with the volume and his high guard, his volume, and maybe
I would say he's
maybe 30% out of 50%. I'll say about 25% head movement.
Just say that he has a good high guard. Just say that. I'm cool with that.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
That's exactly what I said. I said volume, high guard, and 25% maybe of head movement. That's about it.
I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
But he's winning on his fights regardless. You know what I'm saying? No matter the outcome. So right now, until somebody put him down, then we can talk the talk. But right now, he got his toughest task. It's coming up now against a guy who's been knocking people out at 175, natural 175. We'll see. We'll see what he's about right now.
Hold on, Preem. You're saying Anthony Yard is his toughest task?
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
Listen. Hold on. Luke. I would say, you know why? Because who did Morel knock out at 175?
Exactly.
Before he fought David Benavidez. Hold on. I'm just being honest. Like, who else did the other people knocked out before he? Listen, David Benavidez is going to fight somebody that literally knocks his opponents out at 175.
Also,
you know what I mean?
Also, here's my problem.
He's literally going against somebody that's going to be aggressive. It's going to be a little bit slicker, a little bit slicker than him.
Pause.
You understand?
Yard hasn't beaten anybody good.
Yard has not beat. Yard got knocked out.
Okay, but listen. Hold on. No. Let me get this right. I'm gonna get this right. What is his percentage knockout? What is your percentage knockout? Is it 83? Is it 83?
Hold on, one second, one second. I just want to say this. Hold on, I'll pull out his knock. It's 88%.
Thank you. Okay, I'm off a little bit.
And the second thing is his last 2 fights went the distance.
That's true.
Okay, good.
For
Well,
yards?
that's still
yards
but still,
last 2 fights went the
but
distance.
that still doesn't mean that he won't land a hard shot on David ass.
He could.
Yo, can I say something?
He's gonna clip David, dog. It's about if David has the durability to make it to the floor.
You know when Batubia got dropped twice by Callum Johnson and
Callum Johnson, correct.
Yes,
he knocked
remember that.
He knocked them both out. I watched all those fights.
David,
when David got dropped.
This guy, David's fighting
when
nobody then. Right? You're saying?
When David got dropped twice, both those fights went the distance. So I think
that's a good point.
I think there's a bit of like people are reading too much into Batubia's knockdowns.
Beterbiev clearly is a harder puncher than David. I don't think anybody's gonna argue that.
But he's also he's a better all around fighter than David as well.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like not like head and shoulders.
I think that's
Bro,
fair.
I'm not about to respond to that, man. Hey,
Nuke,
Nuke, man, you want to IBF? That's your name. You change the topic, bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
Don't answer that shit then. Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Getting better and time is still ticking. That gap is closing when it comes to Beterbiev and Benavidez, though. To keep it a bean.
Possibly, let's see it in there with Anthony Yard. That's all I'm saying.
Benavidez is improving, and Batubia's getting older.
Hold on. Let me pay these bills real quick because a lot of people have a lot to say.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. People have a lot to say in the comments. Trailblazer says, "Who wins in a fight, Solidus T or Clarissa Shields?"
Clarissa Shields. I got Clarissa first round knockout. Shields by knockout.
I got Clarissa Shields.
By knockout.
I'll take Solidus because I hate that bitch.
I got Clarissa Shields.
Listen. There's a story behind Clarissa Shields. I dislike some of the things she do, but I don't dislike her. I dislike some of the things she do. She's a great fighter.
I despise Clarissa Shields.
I fucking hate her.
Can I tell you something though?
What happened?
I wish y'all could be in her position though, because I've seen the comments to say it about her. I've seen the most vile, racist, disgusting shit said to her. There's a reason why she got her guard up like that. I don't approve a lot of the things she say and do. But bro,
why nobody don't like
Nah, that's been happening.
Hold on. Brim is right. No, Brim is right. He got to defend Clarissa. Yeah. Hold on. Brim got to defend her because he looks like her. All right, let me get to the next comment.
She's been like that since she was a little girl, bro. So it ain't really like that.
We didn't know what you look like for a whole week. Luke, we didn't know what you look like for a whole week. MIA, man. Hush your mouth.
Hold on, I didn't duck out. I was on live, right?
He was online. He was online.
Yeah, he was gone for a whole week. We didn't know where you was at. We was like, "Where's Waldo?" I had people playing "Where's Waldo" with you. People hitting me up like, "Where's Waldo?"
Money Brown still hasn't been on.
Onslaught, did I disappear?
No, Luke was there.
Hell no.
We
were right here. We were right here eating our crow.
Money Brown.
We were eating our crow.
Now, there's a couple guys that still haven't been found on Slide.
Money Brown's on the run.
Exactly.
I heard he in a different country by now.
Oh, man. Hold on. My brother Edgar Moreno's in the building. He says, salute, Nuke, the panel in the chat. I will be on soon. Just been dealing with my family, business, and work. I don't run from any smoke, and I'm a man of my word. Ashy, you get the money once I can verify your info with the panel. And Ashy was on here earlier, so we're going to go live multiple times this week. And so you two are going to link up. Me and Edgar has texted back and forth, so we're in communication. We're going to make this happen this week. So, Ashley, you just make sure you keep joining the panel this week, and you guys will be able to exchange the money and info. Edgar's a man of his word. He's going to pay everything he owes, and he's been showing up trying to make it work. But Edgar got a lot going on, man. So I believe him. I believe him for once.
I can't stand Clarissa Shields. I hate that bitch.
I mean, look, hey, kid, you're not in position to be hating pussy.
You're not in position.
Pussy hates you. All right, let me go. Let me keep reading. You gotta love every piece of pussy that come your way. You can't be turning down nothing.
That's diabolical.
That's diabolical work. Park Street told me to say that. I didn't want to say that shit. Park Street told me to say that. You fucked up for that, Park. JMA says Benavidez' face is his defense. Is this true?
That's cap. That's cap.
Mills, you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to
you got decent.
You can't refute nothing I said about David.
Hey, Mills, I got a question, Mills. Hold on, Mills.
Benavidez struggles. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Mills. If Benavidez struggles against Yardy, I think Benavidez will win the fight by a decision, but I have said I think it's a closer fight than what people are saying. If
I feel the same way.
Benavidez struggles against Yard in November, me and you are going to be on here smoking cigars.
I think Yard got a punch his chance.
I don't even smoke.
I thought Styles makes. I thought Styles makes. Hold on 1 second. I thought Styles makes fights. Just because he struggles against this guy doesn't mean he can't go on and still beat the top guy in the division.
No point.
Exactly.
We just can't do that.
Nuke, don't even try to explain it to them. Just wait till after the fight.
I didn't say Styles. They both have the same stuff. They're both pretty much, they're front foot dominant fighters.
Who,
so
Yard
I'm not.
Benavidez?
Y'all have been. Y'all ain't too much of a.
Wait, is Yard a pressure fighter? Hold on. What are we
Yard
talking about?
give Bertubia more trouble than Callum Smith.
Yard gave more problems.
Yard is a combination puncher?
Yard's not a combination puncher, but he's a slugger.
He's a front foot dominant fighter, dog. Like, yeah, he's a pressure fighter. He steps in behind his shot. But he can mix it up and fight at mid range as well.
Mills, every time I see Yard fight, he on the ropes getting his ass whooped.
Oh my goodness!
By who?
Struggling to counterpunch against everybody.
Yard has literally beaten nobody.
He lost to Lyndon
Arthur.
Lyndon Arthur too had Yard on the ropes.
I remember it.
Arthur was a pure.
Yard can't handle pressure.
Arthur's a pure boxer, not a pressure fighter.
Exactly.
Yard can't handle pressure.
Lyndon Arthur was on the rope getting the punch. Well, he wasn't getting punishment. He was just getting outworked by Anthony Yard.
In the rematch,
yeah, but Lyndon Arthur's not good.
Listen, David Benavidez going to beat Arthur when he fights him.
I think Benavidez wins the fight, but I'm just saying.
I got David.
I
got David in the fight.
I would not be shocked if you an upset.
All right, let me get these one in. The Gooch says these clowns finally get one right, and now they think they are the foremost authority. Get the fuck out of here. This means you Onslaught, Solid as LGBT, and Hamed. Damn!
Nigga said it, Hamed. Damn, the Gooch went off, yo.
Response to this, Onslaught, Hamed.
See, you run away.
People, that's the dude that sound like a girl himself that be on the panel, right?
Oh man!
But people like to troll that shit. I just laugh at that shit's cool. Some of that shit be fun. People like to troll. That troll shit is popular.
The Gooch was just on too.
That is the dude that sound like a girl, right? That's him.
It's been a tough week.
He stayed trolling me. It is what it is.
Hey, side note, a birdie had told me a rumor a month ago, and it looked like it may come true. And I want to say, first of all, before I get into this, shout out to Turkey and shout out to the fighters who work past their differences and still make big things happen. So if we get Tio versus Shakur, right? The word I got last month was there was going to be Yanni Beck versus Adames as the co-main, and they're going to fight in New York. So if that happens, you gotta give a shout out to Tio, give a shout out to Turkey, and give a shout out to Adames because they had differences and they still putting in that work and making big fight.
If Tio Fimo, I'll be right there in New York watching it.
If Tio Fimo fights Shakur, I can't even be mad at him for not fighting Devin Haney because Shakur is better than Devin Haney.
That's true.
That's a much better match.
Onslaught, did you want to respond to this?
Still be mad at him for not fighting Devin Haney. No, you can still be mad at him for not fighting Devin Haney because this happened. He happened to have this drop in his lap and still be able to get a fight. But it's just like
Devin Haney's a better fight, but I do think Shakur is a better fighter.
Hey,
it's just like I'm just gonna be quiet.
All I said
hold on, Onslaught, go ahead and respond to this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Remember, Gooch was on the live earlier, right?
Yes, he was.
Was he talking crazy?
You run away.
No, he did not say anything
so move
about
on to the next comment then. He a goofy.
All right, Hamed, anything you want to say before I get to the next one?
You ran away. You should have said it on the live. If you got
Hamed, he was silent on the live though.
Gooch got another comment. He said, "Get a fucking grip." Benavidez has defeated one reigning world champion. He'll be 29 in December, and if he were what you say he was, he would have more.
What?
Is that a body bag?
It's not because he's been ducked by several champions.
That's the thing, though. You got to
but he's also
just like several. Who's the several? Who's the several outside of Canelo? Who else?
Who else?
Bivol just went.
Don't say Bivol. Don't say Bivol.
But he chose not. Hold on a second. Bivol did have the opportunity to fight him. He chose not to. Now, correct. I don't disregard Bivol's injury, but it is a little suspicious, and I'm a huge Bivol fan.
And
still, don't look at me like that. You know.
This is wild.
No, you're wild.
This guy fought Zerlo, Canelo, and Peterbium 2 times, and we got the nerve to question him, please.
Yes, because he didn't come out with the injury until after everybody had called him a coward. That is a little suspicious.
Brim,
I
what do you
like
think
him,
about Usyk
but
then?
the timing is a little
No
weird.
disrespect. No
Usyk,
disrespect. People in
Usyk
them
ran the game
comments,
for what
those
it's worth,
comments
bro.
are just troll comments, bro. Just ignore that shit. It's troll.
Callum
Shit
Hold on,
Smith
lame,
versus
bro.
we got one more. We got one more.
This is
JMA says
lunacy, dog.
Benavidez tries to cover up like Foreman, but he catches most punches with his face.
You talking about
Thank
George
you.
Foreman?
It's
What?
just some
Please
troll
go watch the
shit, man.
Andre
Never
fight.
mind
That's
that
not
shit.
true. I'm not a
All
Please go
troll.
Benavidez
watch
guy, but
the
that's not
Andre
true.
fight.
That's bullshit.
Foreman's
That's
one
Andre
JMA,
thing.
was
His
that's
touching
defense,
that
bullshit.
dude.
Benavidez has worked
That's
on.
bullshit.
No,
His
Benavidez
defense
is
is
working
getting
on his
better.
defense. His
I'm
defense
not
is
even a
good. I
Benavidez guy.
agree
That's
on that.
bullshit.
His
But,
defense has
but,
He's
improved,
getting better. He's getting better, but to the degree y'all fools is talking,
but he's
no, he's
still
not.
getting hit. He is
bro.
still getting
Mills.
hit.
Nobody said he's Floyd Mayweather, bro. He's just saying he
I
has
didn't
decent
say he was.
defense.
I didn't say nobody was Floyd
He
Mayweather.
got a
I ain't
decent high
say
Benavidez,
guard
that.
and head movement, bro. He got a decent high
Benavidez
guard
has
and head
better
movement.
defense than most pressure fighters. Still, that's what I told you on my show. His defense is
Oh,
no. Oh,
Oh my
shut
goodness.
up! His defense is nothing special, but for a pressure fighter, it's. Don't look at me like that. His defense
Okay,
is
It's
good
I
for a
heard
pressure
people saying
fighter.
Callum Smith
But
does.
I
No,
think
hold
Bam
up. I
has the
see people
most.
saying Callum Smith does.
I think Bam
Hold up.
Rodriguez has the best
Hold up. I'm
defense
seeing
for a
people
pressure
saying Callum
fighter.
Smith does Benavidez, right? But
He did.
people
He did.
forgetting that
He did. He was
He
offered the
did.
fight.
did,
And he turned it down.
remember?
He literally did.
Let me tell you something. The thing is, Callum Smith, right, is used to getting a certain
Bro, I think
pay.
you're smoking too
When that
much.
pay was in front of them at first, Benavidez went the other direction and they tried to make it through the PBC and
Brim,
they
that's
wasn't
No,
going
he
to be able to pay
didn't.
him enough.
No, he
That's
didn't.
what it was.
No, he
Hold
didn't.
on. I need to
No, he
get some.
didn't.
I need to get some respect to Wayne Talk. Wayne Talk came on here, told us about Bud Crawford. He's saying Terrence Crawford is the best of his era. He absolutely is. That can't be doubted. Wayne Talk, you can come
I
on here.
disagree. I think Usyk
And
has a better resume.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out right now! That's egregious.
What did he
Bro,
say? What did he
calm
say?
down here, kid. Calm down here, kid. I got
repeat
Bud
what
number
you
one, but
said,
it
Fight
could be
Sports.
argued.
Hold on,
It could be
everybody.
argued.
Repeat what you said, Fight Sports.
What was said? What was said?
Hold on.
I think
Hold on.
Usyk,
One second. Fight Sports. Repeat. Who has a better resume?
Usyk has a better resume than Crawford, in my opinion.
No.
No.
Canelo is better than everybody Usyk beat. What are you talking about? Canelo
He's
literally better
beating,
than Usyk.
But would you
beating
say?
guys
Would
with,
you
Canelo,
say?
more
Canelo
difference.
top. Hold on.
All
This
right.
is how you body bag this. Canelo top 5 pound for pound fighter who he beat. That is
Spence too.
fact. Spence top 10 pound for pound fighter
Undefeated,
who he beat.
unified,
That is
pound for
fact.
pound.
Like,
Not a body bag.
Come on.
Yeah, but hold on.
Look,
You can't
okay,
rank
he's got win.
heavyweights.
Okay,
I'm
Usyk's
not.
got
Here's,
wins that.
here's the deal. I agree. Usyk's resume is
Can I
great, but
respond to it?
Crawford's is above it. Go
All
on.
right. Okay.
Usyk's resume is not comparable to Crawford.
Just ask him who did Usyk beat
Can
that's
I
better
answer
than
that?
Canelo.
Can I
Just
answer
ask him.
that?
Hey, Solid, they
Gassiev
can
has
answer
a
that
better.
question.
Gassiev is a better win than Spence, and he's beating guys where
That's
he's
true.
been at a far greater disadvantage. And
Gassiev ain't better than
his
Canelo.
run at cruiserweight is better than any undisputed run that Crawford's had.
No, it's not. He beat
Could
some
I ask
undefeated
another
names.
question?
He beat some decent names.
Yeah,
at
The
number
cruiserweight.
three. I
Breeders,
got
Tony
Bud number one,
Bellew.
but Usyk can
There,
be
Fury
argued
and
to be
AJ
number
were
one.
better than
Bottom line,
Spence.
the thing is that
I think
to say
they're
it's a bad
compatible.
argument is not a bad argument.
Usyk
Both of
ain't
them
number
can
one.
be
It's a
number one,
compatible.
and if you have Usyk number one, I ain't gonna beef with you. I got
No,
Bud
he
number
can't be
one, but
number
I'm not
one.
gonna beef with
That's how I
you.
feel about
Usyk
it.
is an
All
epitome
right.
of what
All right. I
Usyk
can
did. What
respect that.
Usyk did what epitome of what pound for pound is. He
Hey,
beat a guy that was 50 pounds more than him.
Brim, pound for pound
Yeah,
is the
but
latest
before that,
achievement.
he beat
Latest
better
achievement.
champions.
No, pound for
Latest
pound
Before
achievement.
is
that,
if you were at the same weight, you would win, bro. That's what pound for pound
Yeah,
means,
that's
And
bro.
true.
you
That's
think
true.
Not
Usyk would beat
achievements,
Bud if they were the
motherfucker.
same weight? If they were the same weight, you think so? You think Usyk
I
would beat
don't
Bud
think.
if they were in the same weight class?
I
I
think Usyk.
don't
It's a
know,
gamble,
bro. That's
bro.
the
You got
thing.
to think.
That's I don't
Listen.
know.
Bud and Usyk, I think, are pretty compatible as far. Like, I don't care who you got pound for pound number one. Me personally, I got Bud
Thank you.
pound for pound number one. But I mean, y'all are acting like Maris Breedis and Tony Bellew and Gassiev and all that. Y'all are even Michael Hunter. Y'all are
Them some
acting
good
like these are
names.
some. Say what?
Them some good names. Those are good
Oh,
names.
okay,
AJ,
okay, okay, okay.
I'm not
AJ,
And
gonna
but
lie.
then,
you,
but
And
then,
he did it
but now,
a lot
check
of
this.
it
But this,
on the road. He
but
did
this
it a
is this
lot
is
of it
this is
in
where
their
this
hometowns, bro.
exactly. He's never fought in his own hood,
That
man.
is
And
true.
you
That
have to
is
take into
true.
consideration this.
Usyk
You
deserves
have to
consideration
That is
if
true.
if
you
you
have to
don't
take
already
this
have
into
him number one.
look at his run at heavyweight. Derek Chisora still smacking on shit in fights that he's the underdog in. Him beating
True.
Joe Joyce and him beating Otto Wallin, that was a really big win. Then you got Anthony
What about
Joshua, who was
King?
a two-time unified world champion. You got Fury,
Fury.
who is a former a two-time champion and a former unified world champion, and Daniel Dubois.
Dubois, yeah.
Hey Mills, all them dudes
Let's
you
not
named.
act like
Hey,
it's
hey,
so.
knocked out
Daniel
Mills,
that
Dubois
all them
twice.
dudes you
Knocked
named.
him out twice.
he knocked
All
him
them
out,
dudes you named is
but
not
did
better than
knock out
Canelo.
Canelo.
So what?
Usyk did this
All
in
them
24
dudes you
fights,
named
though.
is not better than
They're
Canelo. All
not.
them dudes.
They're not. They're not.
They're
But
better
Okay,
what
than
I'm
so
saying
Buzz,
is
Spence,
when you
though.
so
get,
Mills,
but
so
That's
that,
the
Mills,
argument the
Buzz
other way
resume.
around.
They are
Bud's
better than
resume.
Spence. They are better than Spence.
Bud's resume
kid, I agree.
peaked higher than Usyk's. It peaked higher than Usyk's with that win over Canelo.
You can say that because there's no fighter like Canelo Alvarez in the heavyweight division or even the cruiserweight division. But you also you can't dismiss this dude was smacking on champion after champion after champion after champion. So that's why I'm like, it's you can't be mad at it. You did 3 times.
Yeah, I was just responding to Heckhead who thought that I was crazy.
I'll back down because I did jump the.
Nah,
hey kid, you always back down. All right,
fuck off.
Yeah, Heckhead, you're backing down because you know I'm right.
No, you are right on the
win that Crawford
but,
got is
but
literally
the best win in both men's resume is Crawford with Canelo.
Hey, the win that Crawford got over Canelo is the definition of pound for pound, literally.
All right, and I want to say something that made everybody upset the other week, so I reorganized it. I replanted my thoughts, but I'm not gonna get off my position on what I feel about this. I think that Canelo Alvarez is a truly talented Hall of Fame level fighter, and I think that too many people make excuses for Canelo. After Canelo lost the fight, I heard everybody say that he's washed or he's not the same, and nobody was saying that coming into the fight.
Yep, of course. No surprise.
And so I think it's unfair that they say,
that's cat Nuke because you said that he was washed and you said that he was.
I never said he was washed. Hold on, Park. I never thought. Hold on, Park. Hold on, Park. I didn't want to have to do this to you, Park. You know I love you. But 103, that's a body bag. I never one time said Canelo was washed. I said he showed signs of decline. But even after I said that, he had plenty. Hold on, he had plenty in the tank to beat Bud Crawford.
Correct. He said it after the Williams Cole fight. That's a fact.
So I said, yeah, he was declining, but he still had plenty to beat Bud Crawford. Not to mention that Crawford was climbing weights. Canelo didn't have to do that. Yep. Canelo had plenty to beat, Terrence Crawford. He just
Crawford is older as well. Crawford is older.
So, but to say somebody's washed is completely different to say they're on a massive decline.
Anybody who was saying that Canelo's going to KO Crawford shouldn't be saying anything about washed after the fight.
Exactly. And so I feel like that's unfair to Terrence Crawford. Now, I'm a person that likes to stand in reality. When people talk about Canelo's legacy and how will it be looked at, I think he does take a hit looking at it like this. But and what I mean is, it doesn't mean he's not a great fighter. It doesn't mean he ain't going to the Hall of Fame. And it doesn't mean he's not elite, because he is. But Canelo Alvarez, on a tier list, I have the S tier, like we tried to discuss on the last panel. Floyd, Bivol, Bud, those type of guys, Ali, those type of guys are on the S tier.
Right.
And when you look at Canelo, he's not. Hold on. When you look at Canelo, he's not on that fucking tier. He's on an A tier. He's an excellent fighter, but he's a tier below them. That's all I was saying. Hold on. And I just want to say this to everybody in the comments. You're not going to get me to change my mind. I don't think he's as good as those guys. I don't think he's as skilled as those guys. I don't give a fuck. And you say, oh, you're diminishing Bud. I'm not diminishing Bud. You're diminishing Bud by saying that the only reason Bud won is because Canelo wasn't himself. That's a fucking excuse.
I don't think he's a B-level
doesn't
fighter,
have the skills that a Floyd, Bivol, or a Bud does, and that's why he lost those fights. You need to accept that and move on. And let me go to one guy real quick. Solid as T. Are you there, my brother?
Yeah.
Why do you think that people are so upset when I say that he's not? Because I thought Canelo was an S-tier fighter. That's why I thought he would win a lot of these fights. That's why I thought he was different than that. But he showed me he's an A-level fighter, but he's not an S-tier fighter. Why do you think people are so mad that I say that he's not an S-tier fighter?
They mad.
Well, because no disrespect, but this is like a pro Canelo channel, and you was doing Canelo content, but you was forced to be honest because of what Crawford did to him, and then you're telling the truth. Y'all was getting mad at me for saying when I was on here he's not that good, but y'all just love this nigga. And then the Mexican fans, no disrespect, but they're just rooting. They support their people, and then when the black guy beat them, so they're obviously pissed about that. So you hear that bullshit. But everybody with a boxing brain that's educated on boxing knows that Canelo was overrated. You're just being honest, and then again, people hate the truth. It's like my content about those type of women. People hate the truth. So that's That's what it is. People hate the truth. That's what it is.
Canelo's not overrated, bro. Just because
He is overrated, bro. If you can't make adjustments in the fight to what your opponent doing, you're overrated.
Sometimes you're not gonna be
Now,
able
you
to
should know
adjust.
that because you say you a
Everything he
coach.
accomplished doesn't make him no. Nah, he's not overrated.
No. See, that's the problem. People put too much emphasis on accomplishments. Focus on the in-ring performance. When he's in the ring fighting,
we know he
he does not make adjustments. That takes him away from being. That makes him kind of overrated.
It's like they say, like y'all say.
Y'all don't get it, bro. Y'all focus on the accomplishments too hard.
Styles make fight. As you see, he lost to Floyd. Okay, that style was a little too much for him. Then he went up in 4 people, right?
Yeah, so that proves my point. He's not good enough to deal with that. So he's kind of overrated.
That style was very difficult for him. So now he
what style is good for Canelo?
Person who had the style the same way as
Preem, real quick. What style is good for Canelo?
Crawford got his own style. What do you mean what style?
What style is good for Canelo?
What style is good for Canelo?
What style is good for Canelo? The ones that come forward.
So guys that are limited, that are not that good, right? Basic.
The ones that come forward and want to fight.
Right? Yeah, just come forward and throw punches. That's all. Basic, right?
Punches,
That's who he dominates, right?
No.
Guys that really know how to box and move, they beat him, right?
Bro,
so it's no nuance in pressure fighting.
I'm blind. I ain't seen these guys beat him with that.
Forward fighter doesn't mean you're not a great boxer.
Exactly.
This is the dumbest thing in the world.
You're basic.
It ain't a dumb
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard right now.
Nah, bro, these guys just capping for Canelo, bro. Here we go again.
The
same old pro Canelo shit.
That's
no, it ain't pro Canelo. It's just
here we go again.
That's stupid,
bro. If I'm fighting somebody and I cannot make adjustments to what they're doing, and this happened multiple times over, I'm probably not that good.
He lost to a better fighter. That's not. That doesn't mean that he's whack.
Okay, check this out. All right, let me respond to that real quick. Real quick.
Is David Benavidez a come forward fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, he's come forward fighter.
Hold on. So Mills, who do you have winning, Benavidez or Bivol?
Dimitri Bivol, easy work, bro.
Because that's a style that Bivol is going to be able to. It's kind of like Canelo. I think he would have did well against Benavidez up to a point.
Yes,
but
right.
I mean, Canelo styles. I mean, who is he really beating with a very, very difficult style?
This is a Canelo doesn't do well against dynamic fighters. There's nothing wrong with that. He still beats everybody else.
Yeah, he's still good. It's like this. Canelo, hey, check this out. It's like this. Canelo has a toolbox, right? But he got a few tools missing. Does that make sense? That's what it's like. That doesn't mean he's a bad fighter. He's not a trash fighter. So let me finish it right here. He's not a trash fighter. There's a few tools missing.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me get my
We've seen multiple times this be the case. I don't know how we're fighting this. I don't know how we're arguing this.
Canelo is a great fighter. He's a great fighter. I'm gonna tell you the reason why he's a great fighter. The 3 people he lost to, those are great fighters as well. He lost to Mayweather.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Those are fighters that are better than him. And Canelo's not on that level.
Hold on, man. He lost to Bivol, great fighter. He lost to Crawford, great fighter. Now, hold on. You have to realize that Canelo's a great fighter because we all talk about his limitations, right? Even though he got limitations, he beat other great fighters. He beat Cotto. He was able to beat Triple G. He was able to beat.
Wait. Let
me finish.
Hold on. That Cotto thing didn't answer by it. He didn't beat the very best version of Cotto.
That's true. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
But that wasn't the very best version of Canelo.
He's going to say he got lose 41-year-old.
Hold on. I get that he didn't beat the very best of Cotto. That doesn't mean that still wasn't a great Cotto.
Wayne, one second, Wayne. I know. Hold on 1 second, Wayne. The argument here is Canelo Alvarez an S-tier fighter like the Bud and the Floyd and all those guys? The thing about that is, if we're going to make the case, then he has to beat these guys when these guys have the advantage or he beats somebody truly special. Cotto was not at that point where he was truly special. Not in that same way. He was still an excellent fighter, but he was not at his very best.
Special enough to beat
I agree with you. He's not on their level. He was special enough to beat the other fighters. I agree with you on that.
Let's give him that, man.
That's all he's saying.
Guys.
So why when I said that nigga was mad?
Let's give him that, man. Let's give him that red carpet that he was special enough to beat other fighters.
I think people are misunderstanding it.
They don't
Nobody's saying Canelo's trash. We're saying Canelo's an excellent fighter. He's a Hall of Fame fighter. He's an A-tier fighter. It's not very many people that can beat a Canelo. The only kind of guys that can beat a Canelo is a handful of fighters, and it's very small. But those are all S-tier fighters. Canelo's not an S-tier fighter. He doesn't have certain abilities to overcome different situations in the ring, like an S-tier fighter did. Like even when you look at Bivol when he lost to Benavidez. But all those fights that fight was competitive. Canelo Alvarez is getting basically, masterclass in these fights.
Shut out. Shut out.
That's true.
It's not like when you face a guy at this level and it could have went either way. No, it couldn't have. He fucking lost all of these times, and then I don't understand why I get the hate for it when nobody's saying he's not a Hall of Famer. He's not an excellent fighter. Only a handful of guys can beat him. If Canelo remember, Canelo said this was easy money, baby. Canelo said, I'm going to show you all of the skills that they say I don't have. And he showed up in the fight and showed us none of the skills. This was Canelo's proven fight to show us that he had the skills that he was supposed to have. And immediately after the fight, everybody said, oh, no, he's washed. Bud beat a diminished version of Canelo. It ain't the same. He's still an S-tier fighter. No, he's not. He's an A-level fighter. Bud is one of the S tiers. We gotta stop this cap.
Okay, so is Manny Pacquiao an S tier fighter? Is Manny Pacquiao an S tier fighter?
Ooh. Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if I would rank him in S tier. I really got him as an
A tier below.
Manny Pacquiao isn't an S tier fighter. Yo, y'all about to make me
A-level fighter.
Y'all about to make me get off the
bench. Mills, check this out. Pacquiao didn't have that high level defense. He didn't have it.
A-level fighter is a Hall of Fame. It's elite. It's pound for pound. An A-level fighter can be all those things. What are you talking about? That's not.
Hey, Mills, you gotta wait till we say C-level fighter, then get mad. You gotta wait till we say a C-level fighter.
Canelo is an A- level fighter. Canelo is an A- fighter.
He's A-.
Generational talent.
There we go. Archeries know what time it is.
Hey, Mills. It ain't about the 8th division, the champion, the 8th division, nothing. But you gotta understand when you look at, we talking about inside the ring.
Well, Mills, if we're going,
I'm not talking about accolades.
In the ring.
I'm not talking about accolades.
Put Eastern Conference to the side. When you watch him fight, what do you see?
Inside the ring.
I'm not talking about accolades. I'm not talking about accolades.
Okay.
I'm talking about what is happening. I'm talking about what's happening in the ring. I'm talking about that. And when you look,
Canelo, Canelo be considered still an S-tier fighter in 168.
You cannot tell me Manny Pacquiao is not an S-tier fighter, dog. That is a legit generational talent.
Nah, I say A-tier. Still a Hall of Fame A-tier.
You can be.
He's Hall of Fame though, but he's a Hall of Fame. What's the problem?
I ain't say shit about no Hall of Fame. When you say S-tier fighter, I'm talking about a generational talent.
Yeah, I understand that.
Is a S-tier fighter. There is nobody. You can't tell me how he's not.
A-.
Can I ask y'all a question?
What he
done? But I say tier below.
Did Manny Pacquiao lose to Jeff Horn?
He got robbed. He
got robbed, but that was a far more diminished Manny Pacquiao.
Eric Morales.
Did he have a competitive fight when he fought another S-tier fighter in Floyd? Did he have a competitive fight? Hold on. When he fought, just one second. When he fought an S-tier fighter in Floyd, was that competitive?
No, it wasn't.
No, sir.
And you lost to Jeff Horn. I'm sorry. I can't. He's an A-level fighter who's great in Hall of Famer, but we're not going to pretend these guys are S-tier fighters.
So by that
small group.
Mills, what did Jeff Horn do?
But Mills, A tier is A level is still good though. So what's the issue? That's still great. What's the issue? What's the issue?
When you say what y'all are saying is y'all are expecting the fighter to be undefeated. You did what I'm saying? Like, what are we? So don't.
I got a question for y'all.
It's not about the losses, bro. It's about the styles and who he lost to and how he lost to them, bro. That's all.
But the thing is, some fighters you just not going to
do. He's S minus and Bud and them is S plus.
Mills. What did Terrence Crawford do to Jeff Horn? And what did Manny Pacquiao do to Jeff Horn?
Oh, he stopped him. But let's not act like that wasn't a diminished version of Manny Pacquiao. If y'all gonna do that same shit that y'all was just doing with Canelo when it came to Cotto, y'all can't do that with Manny Pacquiao when it comes to Jeff Horn.
All right, you wanna talk about prime Manny Pacquiao? In that moment, in his prime, yeah, S tier. Prime Manny Pacquiao knocking out Ricky Hatton. Okay.
Question: is Hagler S tier?
And before that, Manny Pacquiao had been put to sleep before he ascended to what he became over here in the States.
That's true.
So we gotta stop playing this game where if you got L, some fighters you just ain't gonna be able to adjust to.
Mills, I'm just taking a step back and looking at his career collectively. That's all I'm doing. and looking at the opposition he fought, and when he moved up to that level of opposition, how those fights look. That's all I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is them at their apex. When you look at Canelo Alvarez at his apex, bro, that motherfucker, even at 68, I think that's personally his best division.
I think this is where you're missing it, Mills. And even at his apex, he still had these limitations that he could not overcome.
Yeah,
and
he had holes in his defense. He had holes in his defense, even at his best.
There were certain fights that he was put in. And De La Hoya even said, I had to put him in certain positions because I just couldn't put him in with guys that move a certain way most of the time.
So we taking De La Hoya's word now, bro?
I think people are getting offended with A-level and S-tier. When you're an A-level fighter, you're still fucking great. I'm not understanding.
Is Marvin Hagler S tier or A tier?
No, this ain't about I think the mistake we're making is that you're trying to bring other people into it to try to justify putting this guy wherever you want to put him. Just accept it. Like it's that's the problem. Guys want to go ahead and say, oh no, but this guy. No, but what about that guy? No. Focus on this guy. And the truth is, he can't overcome the facts. This guy had every advantage, and you hold on. He was cooked 3 times. In the exact and not the exact same way, but with a similar style that basically cooked him, and he couldn't do anything about it. An S-tier fighter would have been at least competitive, and especially at 168, and he couldn't even put together a competitive fight. I'm sorry, I can't co-sign this shit.
If you look at Marvin Hagler, who has ever dominated Marvin Hagler? Who has ever dominated Marvin Hagler or brutally knocked him out? That's never happened.
I just want to know if you consider him S tier or A tier.
And he ain't never been dominated or brutally knocked out.
Quick question, because I think heavyweights are hard to judge for S tier.
Yeah, because
heavyweights is different. I don't put heavyweights in this conversation.
So we're not
it's different.
Let me ask this then. Before he jumped to heavyweight and all that, would we consider Roy Jones S tier before the heavyweight jump?
Absolutely.
I would.
Hell yeah.
Roy Jones? That's an easy one.
It's an easy one.
Hold on. What?
This is the thing. I consider Manny fringe S tier. I can justify A.
Okay,
Canelo
cool.
I think that's the best breakdown. Fringe S tier, absolutely A level. You can make the argument either way. I don't have a problem with that. Let me just read these real quick. The Gooch says, Caleb Truex, Billy Joe Saunders, James DeGale Sordo, Ramirez, Callum Smith, Us Kateki, George Groves, Caleb Plant when he was a champion. All fighters that David Benavidez ducked, never unified and unforgivable. Do you guys agree with this or no?
Absolutely. You can't disagree with it.
That's the
not
point.
Wrong.
But Mills, when was Canelo's first unification fight though? How many years into his career was Canelo's first?
Man, when was
his first real unification was with Daniel Jacobs? Because people like to bring up Austin Trout, but Austin Trout was a regular champion, right? So that wasn't a real unification. Canelo's first unification was against Jacobs.
No,
That's true.
Hold on, let him think about this. Let me keep paying these bills real quick. JMA says he covers with both hands in front, trying to parry the punches across his guard, sometimes extending them. What are you talking about, Brim? But not enough to cover.
What's he mean? Is he trying to say?
Yeah, basically saying when he said David blocks punches with his face.
That's crazy.
And Brim disagreed.
Nah, David got a decent high guard and a decent.
So he's saying Brim is off as usual.
He has a decent high guard, man. I'm not about to sit here and let no motherfucker tell me he has good defense.
Exactly.
And it's underrated. I'm not hearing none of that. I'm not hearing none of that.
All right.
Good head movement.
The Gooch says overrated fighters do not go undisputed 2 times, defeat 9 reigning world champions, 3-time lineal, 4-time division champion, fight bigger man. Get the fuck
Let me respond to this real quick. Let me respond real quick.
See, he's focusing too much on the accomplishment, not the actual what he's doing in the ring.
Go ahead, hold up.
But your ability to do this.
Hold on, look. When we say overrated, we're not talking about Canelo's accolades or what he did in his career. When we say overrated, we talk about the skills he displayed in his ring. Overrated is not a bad thing. That's what you guys do. When Park Street.
How do you think he got the accolades? What are you talking about?
Hold on.
He wasn't just knocking everyone out. What are we talking about?
Hold on. Let me explain. When Park Street sits up here and then tells me that Canelo has a better jab than Crawford, Canelo has all these amazing skills, and then when he goes in the fight with Crawford and doesn't display that, you overrated Canelo Alvarez, bro. That's all it is. You personally, Park Street. And all
That's not true. That's not true. Just because you got the tools don't mean you use them properly. Sometimes you use the wrong tools, and we already came to that realization.
That means you overrated him.
That doesn't make sense, but I guess.
that
Park
means you
Street, getting that
overrated
body
him.
back, Park Street.
Just
Yeah,
get
that
your
doesn't
body
even
bag,
make
Park Street.
sense. Yeah,
Just get your
Sure,
body bag.
sure.
Yo,
Body bag.
can
Put
I
the
can I
That's a
say
body
body
bag
something?
bag.
up.
Can I say
That's
Put
a
the
something?
body
body
bag.
Let me
bag
put the
up.
body up. Hold on, let me put the body
That's
up
a
for
body
Park.
bag because Canelo showed signs that he did not have these tools and that he was unable to make these adjustments in his fights prior to
Look,
Crawford. It
I
became
understand what
extremely
you're
apparent in
saying,
the
but
Crawford fight.
let me just say something. I'm kind of with Mills because look, Pacquiao and Canelo both turned professional at 15. They both didn't have like long amateur backgrounds, and
Good point.
if we're gonna say they're both not A-level fighters, I think
No, they are.
it's
No, they
No,
said they are A-level fighters.
they're
They are
saying
all
they're
right,
A.
all
They're
right.
not. They're not S
that
tier.
All
That's
right.
what
S
they're
tier,
saying.
If
good for the
you're
top.
saying they're not both A plus fighters, I think it's a bit unfair because look, we could all agree Canelo and Crawford are both towards the end of their prime or past their prime. And when Pacquiao started losing to some of these guys, or even before he got to his prime, I think it's just a style thing. If I'm being honest, I think they're both, you could say, A-star fighters at
Wait,
their prime.
hold on, wait.
We
1
said A
second,
though.
Ahmed. One second, Ahmed. You said Canelo's past his prime.
I think he is, but I think Crawford is as well. And I said this before
Okay,
the fight.
so hold on. So it would at least be on an even playing field, and not only that, Crawford moving up. So who would be at the disadvantage at that fight when Canelo
No,
and Crawford fought?
Crawford had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but I think it's more
So
to
no,
do with styles.
It's
I
pretty
know,
much
Ahmed.
even.
Hold on 1 second, Ahmed. So who was at the disadvantage? Was it Canelo or Crawford?
Crawford, I agree with you, but I'm saying it's more to do with
It
styles.
depends on how you look at it, because
It's
Nah, it
Crawford
does.
styles. No,
also had less fights.
Hey,
no,
listen.
so what I'm trying to say is a style thing because I think Canelo always had trouble with movement.
Style is hold on. Style is only one part of a
That's one
larger
element.
story. Other true S tier fighters can at least be competitive with the style they're not in love with, and they can use their tools to their advantage. Canelo was absent of a lot of tools in that fight.
He has trouble, I think, with his feet, and I think his.
So let's that's the reason why you picked Bud to beat Canelo, right?
I did, and
And even though that Bud had to overcome a lot, why did you pick Bud to beat Canelo?
Because I always thought he has trouble with guys with movement, with better footwork, and because of the styles. Like if you look at his fights with Trout, Lara, some of these guys in the past, even when he was closer to his prime, he always had trouble with him. And I don't know if I'd call him a B level fighter because I think you made a video saying he's a B level. I wouldn't call him.
And I took that back and I said he's an A level fighter. I ranked him wrong.
Yeah.
That's why I took it back. I said he's an A level fighter, not an S tier fighter. That's why I said, you know what? I put it together in the wrong package, but this is it. He's an excellent elite Hall of Fame fighter. He's an A level fighter. He's not an S tier fighter. S tier is only a handful of guys. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's hard to get to that level and be undefeated. Like guys with like Pacquiao.
It has nothing about being undefeated. I think Bivol is at that level. He's not undefeated. It's not about winning or losing. When you get a special fighter like that, you don't get to that point where you get blown out in multiple consecutive in different fights over different weight classes over different points in your career. Canelo's been blown out at least 3 times.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're trying to say is how you lose. If I'm
multiple times, and it's also learning from mistakes and adjusting and adapting. What adjustment did Canelo make in the fight that was significant? None.
I understand what you're saying, but the reason I'm saying this is because Pacquiao and Floyd for years were the two greatest fighters of the previous generation, and Pacquiao, like Mills was saying, has been knocked out. He's had one-sided losses. That's why I don't know. Like I guess it depends what you define by these ratings and how you look at it.
Yeah,
I think
it's more of a personal opinion. Yeah, kind of like a pound for pound. But it's taken none of it's almost like a pound for pound where you believe what this level you think this guy is. But that's just my personal belief. But that's taking nothing away from it. Let me finish the comments real quick. Antonio says, I've never had an issue with black women. What? Solidus, LGBT, you're just not built like that. That's Solidus, you got anything?
No, it's cool. Like I said, they love to troll me for some strange reason. That's all right.
Let me get the next one. Lord Scante says we can give Bud all credit that he deserves, but also recognize that Canelo did lose a step. Wasn't that the reason why pundits had Bud winning? Now, what was the reason why pundits had Bud winning? Was it that Canelo had lost a step, or did they think he lost a giant step?
I'll go. Look, I'd go with this. Look, Canelo fought Charlo. Charlo, people were saying Skull was rutted. Charlo was rutted, but Canelo won like that fight 12-0. He dropped Charlo.
Yes,
I think if you if you compare the two fights, Canelo clearly lost a step. But I'm not saying that's an excuse or the reason Canelo should be losing to a guy who's 38, moving up 2 divisions. Like, but that was one of the reasons I thought this is a more competitive or closer fight. That's why I picked Crawford. My only issue was,
but
were they going to rub
listen
it?
to the key word. Listen to the key word. You said a competitive fight.
Yeah, I agree.
A guy
On
moving
paper,
in multiple weight classes, you
yeah.
would assume it would at least be a competitive fight.
On
And
paper,
it's not to say that
was the
Canelo
favorite.
didn't lose a step, but that's not the reason why he lost.
Yo, Canelo never lost at 168, bro. He never
Yeah,
lost.
that's what I'm saying. Crawford deserves all the credit because he had to overcome a lot of obstacles: inactivity, age, like natural size, weight, whatever. But I think that was one of the reasons.
Inactivity.
Yeah, Crawford hadn't fought for 13
He
years.
only fights once a year. That's normal for him.
Yeah, but
that's
Canelo
a good
was
point.
more
That's a good
active,
point.
innit? Canelo was more active. Like on paper, you do.
Definitely.
Canelo fought in May before fighting Crawford. That's true.
My brother JMA says Cotto was a champion and he beat Maravilla. Salute to JMA.
That wasn't Maravilla.
Thank you, Mills. I was
That's
about
one,
to say that.
that's one of my favorite fighters ever, man. That was a bad
He had one leg.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
That was a bad motherfucker, but that wasn't
Fucking
Maravilla.
shit. Round 1 said Boots is you trolling round 1.
What'd he say?
He said Boots is an S tier fighter.
Get out.
No, he was trolling me, man. He was trolling me.
Round 0 need to shut up.
Hold on, what did round?
So Austin Trout had the WBA regular belt. Floyd had the WBA super belt.
That thing was confusing. I can't even remember. According to Max Kellerman, Kellerman said Floyd wasn't a lineal champion in that division.
Helmet. It's the same thing they did with Tank and Barrios. They tried to make it seem like it was like an actual belt and everything.
Yeah, because WBA want to collect all these sanction fees, keep making these bullshit ass baby belts.
WBA has always been a shit.
That's correct, Bram. That's what they did. Yeah.
And
let me ask you round 105, man. Come on, man.
What did round 105 say?
He said LDBC.
LDBC nuke. Come on, man.
Wow.
Round 105.
Let me say something, man. Let me. I gotta address your panel.
Tripping.
I gotta address it.
Sometimes.
Y'all can't.
I'm the LDBC
He's smoking.
Nah, man. Nah, we can't do that. We can't do that because if the
He's smoking.
He's still mad that Canelo lost and just trying to throw
Yeah, you are, dog. You are. You
Fucker.
can't get mad when somebody starts being objective, man. That's what you want people to come off of their stance. If a motherfucker is telling you something and they going against it, and you just so happen to be right, you want that motherfucker to come off their stance and acknowledge the fact that they was right. Y'all gotta show some. Y'all gotta show some objectivity.
Exactly.
Man.
Again, round 105. You're a dumbass. You know this is a boxing channel. We're gonna talk about boxing, no matter who wins and who loses, who's on top and who's not on top. Bozo face.
Neil Supreme. Let's just be honest. If this was the LDBC, we'd be making excuses for Canelo, and we'd also be saying Crawford.
Oh hell yeah! Oh my god! I would have said like this. I would have said like this. Oh, you know the AI. You know the AI scored the fight a tie, right? You know, that would have been me.
Right.
Hey guys, the great Stanley Otis fight this weekend. Boosts best victory. He's fighting in his hometown.
Here you go. Hey, look at all this.
Oh, here we go.
What's with the
I'm the one who defended Boots earlier. So don't tell me about I'm objective when it comes to Boots. I just it's just
no, fuck that, bro. You calling
Norman Jr. past Haney?
How come
It's
Brian
true
Norman
though. He is.
How come Brian Norman didn't fight Boots?
I'm not going to do it. Go through
Yo,
all this.
don't
I think it's
don't even
too long, and y'all do say a bunch of dumb stuff. I got a lot of factual evidence behind it, and it's just too long winded for me to talk about it. Unless you really want to go.
I
don't want to go.
I got one real quick for Solidus. Am I now the LDBC? No, you can be honest, Solid. One thing you're gonna get on here is tell me how you really feel. Am I the LDBC now, Solidus?
Nah, you IBFP. You just being honest. People hate the truth.
Facts.
That's how I look at it.
Facts.
It's fanboy.
Do you guys think Crawford did a better job than Bivol? Because the scorecards were similar.
Yes, he did a better job than Bivol.
Yeah,
Bivol let Canelo bully him too much. Yeah, Bivol let Canelo.
I don't know. I would personally say he
did a better job because the dynamics and circumstances around the fight.
Yeah,
that's true. What Brent said.
Bivol was supposed to do that. Bivol was supposed to do that.
Exactly.
Bivol was supposed to go up there and get knocked out.
Bivol did what he was supposed to do when a guy move up to your weight class. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what he did.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Got hit a lot. Bivol got hit a lot on the arms and what was it?
That's all I was about to say. Canelo has.
That didn't mean shit.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but I'm saying I thought Crawford won more rounds.
Canelo's still pushing him.
I mean, he punched him in his arms. He left knots in his arm, but that don't mean nothing. Bivol still whooped that ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Bivol punched that ticket with that L. Now let me go ahead and hit this one. Lord Scante69 says, Nuke, am I garbage truck juice? Because I saw Canelo win the first 3 rounds. I need help. Send Southpaw Mama over here, please. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not calling you garbage truck juice. Me personally, I only saw Canelo win 2 rounds the whole fight. That's me
Oh,
personally.
hell no, man. I'm a Canelo fan. Hell no. I seen him won
That's
6
me.
rounds.
I'm sorry.
Canelo
I'm
had
not
6
changing
rounds.
it. I thought he got cooked. I thought he only won 2 rounds. Me personally.
Canelo won
Oh,
the first
no,
round,
I
but
think
not
he
the
won
we a
4. I
Canelo
think he won
channel.
4.
We a Canelo channel, man. He had 5 rounds. Canelo won the first 5
You
rounds.
said 6. Yo,
Nah,
shut up, Supreme
nah, he ain't win no
Delusion.
more than 4 rounds. I think
I
We a
gave
he.
him
Canelo.
4.
No, I'm
The
saying
maximum
we a
you can give
Canelo
Canelo is
channel.
4
We a
rounds.
Canelo channel for everybody out there. Canelo actually won 5 rounds.
I give Canelo 3 rounds.
Nah,
The
come
first
on,
I
round is
gave him
when
Green.
Canelo
4,
won.
and that was me being generous. I
Yeah,
gave
I
him
gave
4.
him
You
4.
gave him
I
4
gave him
being
4.
generous. I don't fuck being generous. How many did he really win? Fuck the generous.
3, but there was one
3.
swing round, and if that swing
You
round
were
you could give
inclined
to
to be
Canelo.
generous.
I
Yo,
gave him 3.
I gave him
And
just like we playing spade
8-4.
3 and a possible.
Hold
give
on,
him 3.
Mills.
There you
How
go.
many rounds did you really give Canelo? No
I gave
generous. Be fucking honest. How many
I
real
gave him 4.
rounds did
I
you
gave him
really
4.
give him?
4. I
4.
gave him
4 is
4.
where you can
You can
honestly
give him
give him
4.
4 rounds
If you give
because
him
I
one
gave
4,
him
round
4.
is an extreme swing
if
round.
you give him the
Ted,
swing
how
rounds,
many
it's
rounds
4.
did you give? Did you give him?
Me? 4.
Yeah.
8-4, my
That's
can't
cool.
but
That's fine.
Onslaught, how many did you give him?
I gave him 3, but if you give him the swing rounds, it's 4. That's fine.
Park Street, how many you give him?
Canelo, is he on mute?
Park Street smoking on the Park Street pack.
He's smoking on that
He
Nello
busy trying to
pack.
find
No, he's
Canelo.
How
smoking on
many
the
did you
Park
give him,
Street pack.
Hamed?
He's smoking
I gave
himself right now.
3 rounds. 3 rounds.
He's smoking on
3
Park
rounds.
Street
Hamed
pack.
gave him 3. Solidus, how many did you give him?
No, I had it 11-1 Crawford.
Damn.
That's a bit wide. That's a bit wide.
That's way too
Yo,
wide.
I don't
The
think
only
so.
round he looked
that's
like he won
crazy.
around
Canelo won
was
2
round 5.
rounds.
Now
Other
that's
than that,
crazy
Crawford
right
had it.
there.
I just can't be mad at Solidus with that. I gave him 2, but like
Nah, no fucking
I just
11 to
don't
1.
see what y'all saw to
But
get up
that
to 4
commentary was
rounds.
biased, though. Come on, the first 6 rounds were close, and that commentary was giving Crawford
Yeah.
every. That commentary was like I
Yeah,
don't know who
if
that
you look
skipper
at
I
the
was
was.
too
stats,
busy
if you look
watching the
at the
fight. I wasn't
stats,
worried about the
if
commentary.
you
No,
look
but
at
I'm
the
I
just
don't pay
saying.
stats, then
attention to the
yeah,
commentary.
I gave Canelo like 3 and a possible. That swing one definitely I would have gave it to him.
That's
It
what
would
I
have been
said
4
too.
for me, bro.
That's what I said
3 and
too.
a
But I
possible,
thought
bro.
Canelo won
Straight
the
up.
first round. The commentary was saying Crawford won the first round. The
But
first
Yeah,
round,
they
Crawford,
fucking out. I wasn't listening to them. I was just watching
Truth be
the
told,
hands
they
thrown,
landed the
the
same
hands
amount of
being
punches.
landed. Yeah.
They landed the same
That's
amount of
crazy.
both
punches in
landed.
the
They
first
both
That's
round,
landed
which is
crazy.
one
like
punch.
3 apiece. You know
They
what I'm
both
saying?
Now
landed
listen
one
to the
punch in the first
commentary.
round.
What y'all needed to do was lower the volume down and just watch the fight.
How
I
many
Man,
just
rounds did
watched
you
commentary
it.
give
don't
him for
do
real,
Objectively.
Preem?
You know what I'm saying?
Ob-
How many rounds
ob-
you give him for real, Preem?
For real,
he
for
said
real.
he said
For
3
real,
and a
for
3 and a
real.
possible.
possible. 3 and a
3.
He said 3
possible.
and a
I gave him
Okay,
possible.
like
okay,
a 4. The
okay.
swing round would have been his.
Pork
That's it
Chop
though.
says we got to start interviewing these judges.
Agreed.
Why?
I actually agree on
Make
that.
them
Because
answer for why they score things the way they do.
They do.
I mean,
759.
it's crazy. I've seen people
759.
get robbed
You
already.
remember
So, you
7-5
know.
Mills.
You want to know what
7-5
the,
is that's
you want
unacceptable.
you want you
7-5
want
is
to know what
unacceptable.
you
No,
want to
no,
know what
no.
the you
No,
want to know what they need
7-5
to
is
bring back.
crazy.
It's crazy.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Canelo did
You
not
want to
get
know what
5
they need
rounds.
to bring back? You remember when HBO, after the Lewis Holyfield fight, the first fight, did a special program where they made sure they got at least 2 of the judges who scored the robbery draw. They need to
Because
bring that back in
Well,
boxing.
the
they knew
judges
that
need to
was a
get
bullshit. They knew
somebody
that
need
was
to
a
be
bullshit
judging the
decision.
judges. That's what
Yeah.
the hell
Hold on,
need to be
hold on, hold
happening
on. My
around
brother
here.
King KO says 9-3, 10-2, 11-1, 12-0 are fanboy scores.
That's
I'm not
wrong.
giving him
KKO, shut up.
12-0, but like even they said 9-3 was reasonable. That's I don't
Shut
even
up, King
understand how.
KO. King KO, your
King
booty
KO
hurt.
don't know shit.
Go get some hemorrhoid cream, Yeah, that King. dude's a
Go
troll.
smoke some
Queen
crack.
KO,
Go smoke some
Queen
crack, King
KO.
KO.
Go get some hemorrhoid cream.
Yeah.
Nine
Go
three
get
is
some. Go
9-3
smoke
is
some
only
crack.
one off.
9-3 or
9-3 is only one
8-4.
off 8-4. Yeah, that's only one round
9-3 or
off.
King
You need
KO
to
the
8-4.
type of
shoot
dude
yourself
And
up in the
that
arm or
talk junk
something.
9-3,
about
Don't
hold
you?
Bud.
on,
He say
9-3
gonna
is
lose
only
The
and
one
hell
off
Bud
out of
win it
here.
and
10-2.
make excuses.
So
Get out of here,
He
one
King
9-3 is
KO.
one off 10-2.
So what?
No, that's true. That's true. But then you're gonna keep going one off. I'm saying 9-3
You
and
know what?
8-4.
Go back and watch the fight and turn off the volume.
I did that too. I gave Canelo
I wasn't
3
even
rounds.
listening to the volume.
Yeah,
I don't.
give him.
I listen to
Turn
the.
off
I
the
listen to the.
volume because
I listen to the.
people
I
was
like to
getting
hear the
caught up
commentary.
too much with the commentary, the hype with the commentary, too much, and it was things wasn't the way it was. You know what I mean?
The last six
who watches
rounds,
the- I
the
think-
commentary didn't matter. The last 6 rounds, Canelo
I
barely
think-
won. I don't even think it won a round.
Who watches sports without commentary,
Shut
dog?
up,
I'm not
round
about to watch.
10
I'm not watching no
105.
basketball game without the commentators, dog.
No, you
like
don't
they
need-
add.
they do.
No, I get it.
When you
get
when
it.
you know what
I'm
you
saying
looking
they
at,
hype it up.
you-
They hype it up. I
yeah,
know.
they do.
But if you want to see a 10-4
Your
fight,
escape.
go back and turn off the commentary. Watch watch the fight in slow mo.
No. I'm sorry. No, I don't like to listen to commentary when it comes to boxing because when you listen to somebody like a Tim Bradley, you're basically listening to a man giving deep throat the whole time when it's a fighter that he supports. I'm not trying to hear all that gargling. I'm like, Tim, is your throat okay? Like Mark Pringle, Tim Bradley, is your throat okay? Like, what's going on? Like,
I'm not mad at that, man.
Oh
Like,
shit, his penis
Queen
came
KO,
out his shorts. Look at that.
Oh, you're okay.
Fuck Tim
Is your
Bradley.
throat okay? KO.
I fuck with Tim. I fuck with Tim Bradley.
Sucks. Chris Mannix is the worst one.
Chris Mannix is
Tim Bradley
absolute worst.
he contradicts himself a lot.
He is the worst.
I would
The
say
thing is, Tim
11-1.
Bradley,
11-1.
when he assesses the fight, sometimes he's decent. When he outside the fight is when he talks the
Tim
nonsense.
is
He be wild. He be hell yeah, super nonsense.
But I be
That should be
believing
the
he be
name of his
trolling and
channel.
playing a
Super
role on
nonsense.
purpose.
Yeah.
I think he'd be doing that on purpose, though.
I'd say when Mayweather fought Canelo, that was more like 11-1, 12.
I watched the interview from Tim Bradley the other day. It was a great interview. See, you can tell he wasn't in character. It was a great interview.
Is that the one with him and Teddy Ellis?
Nope.
That was
it was some random dude. I can't remember the dude's name.
Oh, I got a random question.
What's up?
Go ahead, Mills.
See, look.
After Sugar Nunez is hold on, what do you say? Y'all miserable with Bud. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Shut up, clown show. Queen decision. Shut up.
Come on, man. Queen decision. With Sugar Nunez's last performance, how y'all think he does with Vaquero?
Oh, that's a good question.
Then he gonna call me Brimcess. All right. Queen decision want to call me Brimcess. Queen decision.
Oh my God.
Mills,
look at Brimcess over here.
Mills.
Yeah, man, who cares about Queen decisions? This opinion.
Oh my God.
You the one mad.
What up?
You the one mad. You the one throwing shade. You the one making excuses.
Damn.
You think Nunez will walk?
He might walk him down.
You think he'll walk down Navarrete?
He'll walk
Who,
him down.
Nunez?
He will walk him down.
I think he's going to beat Navarrete, though.
I think
he goes 12, though. I think he goes 12.
Nunez knocks out Navarrete.
He will knock him
No, I think he goes 12,
bro.
dog.
I
think he goes 12.
I don't think
Hey, kid, he goes 12, dog. Navarrete, you might have to hit him with a tractor trailer to get him out of there. And I think he goes 12.
I would like to think that, but look at how he wavered with Patifu, bro. Didn't Emmanuel get rid of that dude? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that's triangles. Navarrete should have lost to that Filipino guy.
I'm not.
I understand what you're saying, but Navarrete should have lost to that Filipino guy. That's
a fact. That's a fact. Charlie Suarez. Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is, I don't think it's a triangle theory because they both beat him. What I'm saying is, I'm looking at the nuance of the fight.
Yes,
even you can't take triangle theories as but you can't just say because he beat him and he lost to him that he won. You can't say that. You got to look at the nuance of the fight. You can't make an objective opinion off of a triangle theory, but you can take certain variables away from it and use that to help your analysis.
Nunez will walk Buddy
down. But
Nunez
clearly, I thought Nunez clearly beat what's his name, Diaz. Diaz did win some rounds, but didn't he get dropped as well? And he won, I thought, about 3 rounds. Like Diaz had some success, but like Suarez had much more success. And I thought he got robbed.
Is the sloppiest fighter I've ever seen. Navarrete is so sloppy, bro. He's strong.
Top rank did.
Look at what he did to a fucking Valdez, bro. Like as sloppy as this dude is, sometimes.
Mills Valdez was there to make Navarrete look good. What did Dennis Baranchek do to Navarrete?
Valdez is done. I think Valdez should be retired.
That's true.
Hey, listen.
Sometimes it just ain't about the finesse and all that. Sometimes it's just about up in there.
I'm gonna tell you something like this. Somebody getting the B word before I leave today. Y'all already know how I am when I leave the panel. So you know what I'm saying? So the B word for the day, I'm off to be out because I gotta go. So I'm gonna leave my last comment right now. And this goes out to the one and only Canelo Alvarez. If you do not get the leg back with Terrence Crawford,
he won't.
You bitch.
He won't.
Hold on. And I co-sign that 1,000%. Canelo, you try to fight anybody else because they're easier, a better style. Use a straight bitch.
Mark my words.
He won't fight. That's it. Every day I get on this panel, somebody gonna get the B word. All right. One love, y'all. Love y'all. Be safe on the next one. All right.
November.
And look, man, before we get out of here, I just want to shout out, the Brimcess for coming on here.
Look at the comment section.
You're on mute, bro.
Don't be using that corny ass stuff. Where's Waldo Nuke? Hush.
That's Brim and them, man. I call him Brim and them. That's the
That's
homie.
better, man. I can roll with a bit. How we gonna have Queen decision going to talk junk about somebody? Get out of here.
Hey, Mills, I'm gonna be in Omaha on the 27th.
Oh, word for what?
With Bubakar for the
for the parade.
Yeah,
for the parade,
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, get up with me.
And look,
Mills gonna be there. They're gonna throw tomatoes and Mills when they get to
hold on, Mills.
Probably is.
Hold on,
Mills. They're gonna throw tomatoes and Mills.
Hold on, Mills. Do you know what Onslaught looks like?
Nah, I don't know.
Okay, so this is how you recognize him. When he's in Omaha, look for a Temu version of Daniel Dubois, and that's him.
hey, Nuke, let me.
You like Daniel Dubois, bro?
I'm about to explain it.
I trolled it, bro.
That's crazy.
I got on the phone with Bud Crawford. I posted it on my Twitter, and I gave him this heartfelt motivation. This was before the Canelo fight. I was like, man, I'm a big fan, Bud. You got to prove.
You talking about the thing with no audio?
Yes, that one. And then Bud, he looked at me. He listened to what I said, and he said, "You look like Daniel Dubois." And I was just like, bro, I said that whole message for you, and you said I look like Daniel Dubois, bro.
Yo, cam up real quick, man, just so I can see what you look like, bro.
Hold on, you see me? This is what I look like. I kind of do like Daniel Dubois, though, don't I?
No, you don't. You don't look like Daniel Dubois.
Nah. Where you from, man? What's your lineage?
My parents, they're from Senegal.
Oh, salute.
Nuke,
what we calling them is they're Senegalese.
Bubakar from Senegal too. That's my cousin. Yeah.
Salute, man. Salute.
Speaking of showing face, Nuke, you still have not addressed that Norman Haney bet for the show your face for a whole episode. We get.
But what do I get? What do I get if I win? You haven't given me nothing. What do I get?
I'm supposed to give you what you want out of me for a victory, bro. Come on, stop being goofy, Nuke.
You're supposed to make it interesting.
You make it interesting. Tell me what you want. I mean, obviously, you don't want to ask me to show face. I show face every time. It's you that don't show face. So I'm telling you, you got to show face for a whole episode of when Norman knocks out Haney. So what do you want if Haney happens to some miraculously beat Norman? How do you want? What do you want?
Fine. You say what I want. Nothing off limits, right?
No, we'll see if it's off limits or not. I ain't going to say yes to that because you get out of pocket. So I got to be cautious.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking you a quick question real quick before I even. That young lady that was in the car with you a few weeks ago.
Bro, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. How about that? Mind your business. Thank you.
I'm leaving it alone.
Thank you, sir. No, you see, you off topic. See, this is what Nuke do.
She's a nice young lady.
Okay, that's cool. Respect to her. Now, mind your business. Back to where we at. What do you want me to put on the line, or what do you want if the results go the other way? I'm listening.
I'm just saying, speaking of that nice young lady in the car, and
bro, you stupid, and you super stupid, and you're more stupid. Quit playing with me, bro.
Look. If I
lose, special.
Hold on. If I lose, I gotta show face. If I win, she gotta show face. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Bro, you got like
make it interesting.
No, that's not interesting. That's stupid. And she'll punch you in your face. How about that?
Hey, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mills. Go ahead.
They saw you in the car.
Oh, she in the room. Shorty in the room with him. Shorty in the room with him. Better leave that girl alone.
Read the chat, but.
Bro, I don't care about the chat. The chat can eat ass if all I care, bro. How about that? Because I know they probably talking shit. If you ain't talking shit, I apologize. But if you are, you know what to do.
When Brian Norman goes in there and crashes Devin Haney, man, I think it's past due time that y'all stop downgrading pressure fighters, dog. You not one dimension.
You're a pressure fighter, dog.
Brian Norman,
Brian Norman's a boxer puncher, bro.
No, he a boxer puncher.
He's a boxer puncher. Bro, look at the fight against Santillion when he was sitting on the ropes, bro, and catching him with counter uppercuts. He's a boxer puncher. He's not a pressure fighter at all.
Yeah, but he can.
He can pressure, but he's not a pressure fighter.
He's stepping in behind his shots, bro. He's in the pocket with a motherfucker, man. He has those moments where he can take that
He's a boxer puncher, Mills. He's a boxer puncher by pure nature.
Who's more of a pressure fighter?
He's not a pressure fighter.
Hey, the best pressure fighter is Bam Rodriguez. That's the best pressure fighter.
No, what about Butch or Norman? Who's more of a pressure fighter? Butch or Norman?
Neither.
Neither of them.
Neither. All right.
Norman.
Neither.
Neither of
Go,
them.
yo,
Anywhere
Mills.
close.
Mills, I need you to do me a favor. Go back and watch the Cuevas fight, and go back and watch the Santillan fight, and then come back and tell me he's a pressure fighter.
My memory of him fighting Centillion is him walking
sorry,
him
say that
down
again?
and beating shit. My memory of him fighting Centillion is him walking him down, beating the shit out of him. He had moments where he would lay on the ropes, yeah, definitely, man. But he stepped to him. He stepped to
Okay,
him
so you saying
and
like he leans
battered him.
more towards pressure fighter than
Yeah,
boxer puncher is what you're
yeah,
trying to
definitely.
say.
I'm not saying that he can't mix it
Okay,
up, but I
that's
think
fair.
his fight. I think his
That's fair.
fighting identity is that of a pressure
That's
fighter.
fair.
So, and when I say that to say this, we got to stop downgrading pressure fighters, man, because
I'm
when we
not
saw what
downgrading.
Subriel Matias did to what's my man name, the Dominican dude that he just took a belt off of.
Bald head buddy with the long arms. I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
I cannot think.
Pale or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Alberto
Pale.
Cuello.
Yeah, that dude. That dude.
It's
That was a
time
good
to step.
performance. Yeah.
That was a damn good performance, man. It's about. I mean, shit. With Sugar Nunez just did. What Ben Rodriguez
Nunez
just did
too.
to Kafu. Let's
Yeah.
stop downgrading these pressure fighters just because a motherfucker fights off of the front foot.
Some pressure
Back foot.
fighters is really good. I'm not gonna lie.
They are, and it's back foot fighters who are one dimensional as well. Devin Haney is pretty one dimensional if we want to take it there, dog.
Devin Haney's really one dimensional.
Devin Haney is really one
He's
dimensional.
really one dimensional.
He can't stand in the pocket like a Shakur Stevenson.
Absolutely not.
Shakur Stevenson is a multifaceted back foot fighter. Just because you fight off the back foot don't make you this multifaceted, versatile fighter.
Hey, Mills.
No. Pressure fighters are nightmare for pure boxers. Like that's the one style.
Definitely, man. When you look at Tyson was one dimensional.
That's true, Hamed.
Tyson was one dimensional. He was multifaceted in that one dimension.
But boxer punchers are nightmares for pressure fighters, though.
Yeah, but that's why I didn't understand. That's why I didn't understand why so many people pick Canelo.
That's why I didn't understand people pick Canelo either, though, because like that's
Canelo's not a pressure fighter like that. He's a counter puncher.
He's a counter puncher, but in recent memory, he's been relying more on power in his latest fights, basically. So you can
he's been throwing single shots.
You know what I mean? Single shots and stuff like that.
The thing is with Canelo, though, man, he doesn't have the luxury of fighting at mid distance no more, man. He has to step into his punches. He has to step into the kill box. That was making him a pressure fighter right now.
Yeah.
Warrior Way says true steel Mills. People think just because they fight off the back foot, they automatically win.
Exactly, bro. There's people trying to give William Skull that fight, and I'm like, yo, if you think you win a fight off for using your feet, go fucking watch Taekwondo and stop watching boxing. You gotta punch a motherfucker.
Onslaught.
Yeah.
Get a camera, man, because when you see Mills, he gonna have tomato all over him, bro.
Probably. I probably am.
Round one says Devin Haney is going to outbox Brian Norman Jr. and Brim says is going to be crying, rubbing his back in a Diddy motion.
If Devin somehow wins the fight, he gets ultimate respect. First of all, he already get respect for taking the fight. See, I'm not a cornball like round one. I'm not gonna say if Norman wins, then round one's gonna be doing it. Shut up, stupid. Just do me a favor, shut up.
And look, I just want to say this before we get out of here. Brim, I know I was joking. I apologize if I went too far, man. I'll never disrespect your people like that, man. But hit kid, your mama free.
Kick your ass. It's all right. That's what. But listen, you got things to think about still. You need, because you go and show face. I'm not gonna let you get out of this. You better think of something about, oh, she got to show face. That was cute. He. Shut the fuck up. You need to come up with something, even if it's $10 or something. I'll give you $10 to show your face.
Brim, you know I respect that, but you gonna stop this Devo shit? Hey, you gonna show face? Like, no, wait a minute, Brim.
Yes, Debo is in the house. Dude, you listen, Debo Haney. You remember Debo Haney? That's one of the nicknames they call him. So this ain't Norman. Debo Haney. What's your
I don't be mad at people who don't show their face.
Hey,
I don't be like I wouldn't have asked on.
I'm not mad, but we making a bet. He said, well, what I'm gonna do on my end, and it's been a month since that happened, and he still ain't came up with nothing yet. So he trying to weasel out. I can already see the snake slithering all the way out of this.
I'm gonna weasel out a bet I didn't even bring up.
Damn, that's true too.
No, shut up, Mills. I'm not letting you off the hook. I'm not letting you off the hook. You tell me what you wanted to make the bet official, and you still ain't come up with nothing. So that means you trying to wiggle out.
Let me think about something. I'll come up with
something. You
said
that a month ago, sucker. You said that 2 weeks ago, sucker.
You talking cash shit, Brim. You better hope Haney don't fucking win this fight.
Show enough.
I'm
gonna be talking cash shit November the 23rd. Some Haney fans I'm gonna show grace to. I told them I'm gonna be gentle. But some of you, hell no, I ain't gonna be gentle. Y'all talking too much shit.
You know what? Your uncle was gentle with you in the 3rd grade, Brim. So don't get on here talking all that shit.
Yo, what is Norman gonna do if Haney does in the marathon? Like,
Hey,
I think that fight could turn ugly.
Brian Norman can cut off the ring, and he has underrated counterpunching ability, bro. Pay attention.
Thank you.
No,
Pay attention.
but I'm just saying.
Thank you for answering the question for me. I don't even have to answer.
I will go as far as to say Brian
Norman
Norman is a better overall boxer than Devin. I don't care what anybody says. I could prove it.
Haney's a better boxer. Haney's a better
I
boxer.
think Haney's a better boxer, but I don't know if Haney.
No, he has a better jab and range.
That's it. But
the problem is home on the range is with a deer in the antelope graves, and he ain't got the range for this fight.
I think Norman has better credentials. I think Norman's going to stop Haney.
He will.
See, only cornballs would think of something this corny. Round 105. Yo, why does everybody with round name end up being extremely corny? Round 105, round 1. Y'all need to put corn round in front of your name.
Round 105 ass is what we call him now.
Round 1 and round 105 is corns.
This dude right here, man.
Y'all be having me rolling. One thing I will say, man, I respect your knowledge, Brim. I talk a lot of stuff.
I don't know nothing. I'm still learning.
No, I know, but I know clearly you got a lot of way to go, Brim. Looking at you, man, but no, but you.
Can I just say, can November the 22nd hurry the fuck up because that's
real,
the
bro.
fight card.
Yeah,
let's not rush time, bro. Life already short enough. Let's not rush it. We got some good fights in October. Let's enjoy them for what they were.
Look, we got some good fights in the Great Boots Ennis comeback in October, and I am ready
October
to
11th.
go.
He's gonna beat on Lima, and then he's gonna get ready to fight Baru, which is a real fight.
Who else fights in October?
It ain't no two tune-ups. After he beat Lima, I believe it's gonna be him and Baru, and that's gonna be a scrap.
Who else fights in October, Brim?
Who else?
When's Virgil Ortiz and Lubin? Isn't that in October?
I think that's the October the 18th, and then
that's November 8th.
Then the 25th is where Thurman gets his last paycheck against Fedora.
They writing his obituary
man,
out right now.
Please make the Boots Fedora fight. Boots cooks him all day long.
Fedora gonna probably go to 160 after this fight. Why?
Yeah, because he's scared of Boots.
He's scared.
Actually,
He's scared of
Boots. Come on, Boots ain't even in the discussion. Wow.
Guys, same night as Furman's last rights against Fedora. Same night here in the UK, Parker Wardley.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Yo, before we go, we know what we haven't talked about. Queensberry, Matchroom, and the Zone, and their pay-per-view run that is like none other. Good gracious, everything a pay-per-view. Queensberry just got on the Zone, and every event is pay-per-view. I'm not paying $50 to watch Worley versus Parker. I'm sorry.
Their pay-per-view one is not worse than PBC, bro. Nobody has a worse pay-per-view.
PBC is the worst one.
I'm sorry to tell y'all. I got some bad news to tell y'all, bro. The Zone 2025
is this.
It's gonna go. It's the amount of money people want to pay. It's gonna supersede PPC 2023.
You tell me what you tell me a worse pay-per-view than Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, bro.
No. I didn't argue worst pay-per-views. I said most pay-per-view runs. So that means that wasn't even 2023. That was a horrible pay-per-view. So we saying the worst pay-per-views ever made. Yeah, PPC's done that. But I'm talking about the totality of how many pay-per-views is made. The Zone is probably going for the normal boxing fan if they pay for every single event from the Zone and had the Zone description. You're looking at $800 to $1,000.
It's too much, bro.
I don't do that.
You know that Benavidez Yard fight is gonna be on another subscription, isn't it? So that's basically basically another pay-per-view, really.
No, well that's $9 though. That's $9. I ain't tripping off
I'll be fire sticking Yard versus Parker versus Wardler.
I'll pay for that. But I'm not paying.
Well, y'all in the UK, y'all ain't paying $50. Y'all paying 24 pounds.
Who you guys got in Sam Noakes versus Abdullah Mason? Who you guys got in?
Abdullah Mason.
Mason should win.
Mason.
For sure, Mason.
Sam Noakes got power, man.
Yeah, he got power. Yeah.
I got Mason winning by KO, but it's gonna be.
Listen, I'll pull for Noakes because UK fighter, so I'll pull for me countryman. Mason's winning that fight though. I have a
your boy getting knocked out, but
I think the closest UK fighter to getting a championship would be Dalton Smith, but I'm still not sure he beat.
Yeah, because he's beating Matthias.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I am very confident in Dalton Smith beating.
Wow, don't get too confident here, kid.
Don't get too confident.
You got to show your face after the fight.
Hey, I'm always here. You can ask Duke, even if I get them wrong. I am always here.
Well, that fight ain't gonna be till December, right?
Yeah, because it's no longer on the ring card because
It's probably gonna be on the Amanda Serrano card in Puerto Rico.
Can I say this real quick? I think I'm not.
Who's Amanda Serrano about to fight?
Don't know yet.
Don't know.
I think Moses Atama is. I think he's the heir apparent to the throne at heavyweight. But I think Justice Hooney can get that dude work, man. I think Justice Hooney can give him work, man. I think Justice Hooney can give him work, bro. I think he can give him good work. I think he can give him good work, dog. I do.
Hooney just got knocked up a pack.
I know, but that was a short notice. That was a short notice fight. That was a short notice fight. That was a short notice fight.
Mills, we're gonna get started early on giving you the tomatoes before the rest of Omaha.
That's cool. I'm just saying, man. I think he can give him good work.
Mills. Itama is not going 4 rounds, past 4 rounds with that dude.
Right now, your name is General Mills because you giving us cereal right now.
Hold on,
Mills.
Y'all say what y'all.
Hold on, Mills. Tell me that. Hold on. Tell me that again. Just say it one more time.
Yeah.
I think man, listen. I think Justice Hooney can give him good work. I think he can give him
good work until the fight ends for him.
And that's cool. That's
in 3 rounds.
I'm saying
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
No, I think he'll make it more than 3. He'll make it 5 or 6.
3 rounds, man. Y'all putting too much into that. Y'all putting too much into that Worley knockout, dog.
No, watch Hooney and that European guy. I forgot his name.
Not beating Itama.
No.
I didn't say he beat him. I didn't say that.
He's not going 4 rounds with him.
He said he was getting good work.
Watch Hooney and Lorena. Lorena give him trouble as well.
Guys, does anyone want to have a laugh?
What's
real
up?
laugh? Well,
I'm about to head out. Salute to the motherfucking chat.
Wait, Luis Ortiz, what?
Enjoy your Park Street pack, Park Street. Smoking yourself.
Yeah, we're smoking on that Nalo pack.
No, you're smoking on the Park Street pack.
What's the narrative?
Hold on, Mills. You just get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know who that is? That's Mirage's burner account.
Yeah, it is. He's throwing it in a circle for David Benavidez.
You want to laugh?
Yeah, what's up?
Luis Ortiz called out Moses Atuma.
Oh, you're lying.
Oh my God.
I don't need to see an execution.
No way.
Who called him out? Big King Kong?
Kong. What's he gonna do?
It's easier.
Yo, didn't he just fight with blonde hair?
Yes, I saw that, bro. He was punching in slow motion.
Shout out to the 50-year-old Ortiz still putting in ring and putting in that work.
I quote Nuke on this. The ancient alien mummy just called out Moses Atuma.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard, bro.
Ancient alien mummy.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't say that's funny. Listen, the guy's a fighter, bro. So I mean, try to get in when you fit in, bro.
We talking about Moses.
Put him in there with put him in there with Derek Chisora. Put him in there with Derek Chisora. Let the old heads
or Ottawa Lane.
He still should be mad at his management team and PBC for blowing that money he could have got against AJ.
He should have.
Yep.
I picked Chisora over Ortiz. Easy work. Chisora wins.
Me too. Easy.
Easy.
I'm just saying, man. Listen, man. I'm for Ortiz and Chisora.
That's a good fight.
I think Chisora would beat the shit out of Ortiz.
I don't know if he'll beat the shit out of him, but that'd be a good fight, though. That's an old man scrap of the ages.
If you look,
I watched this man.
I would knock him out.
If you look at Ortiz's recent fight, he washed up, bro.
Who washed up?
I watched Chisora put a dude on his back who has that same base. It is a little bit more fleet-footed than Ottawa Lane.
Exactly.
He'll beat the shit out of Ortiz, dog. He'll crash Ortiz.
He will knock.
Bro, what does brown nose mean, bro? What is it?
Yo, round 105. Hush. Won't you focus on the topics instead of worry about somebody else? You grab a mirror and look at yourself and tell me if you see a ball of corn.
He shouldn't be talking about the way anybody looks, bro. He damn
near you like a ball of corn.
Well, y'all wrong, man. Y'all
round one don't. Nah, man. We not gonna do that, man. Round one, no.
I'm doing it.
Everybody on the.
I did it, Mills. General Mills. I'm dropping the cereal. Get the milk.
He still can't get over the Canelo.
Hey, you gonna have to watch the fuck out with that General Mills shit, though, bro. Out here. I'm just saying. I think Justice Hooney is nice, man. I think people was putting too much into that knockout loss.
You got too hype about him giving him work. That's why I had to call you General Mills.
I think he can give him good
You giving
work?
us a whole lot of preservatives right now.
Hey,
I think he can give him good
Mills,
work,
I
bro.
got a hot take. I got a hot take.
What's
Moses
up?
Itama will give Usyk the toughest fight of his career. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh man,
He
I
has
don't
all
know
the
yet, bro.
tools.
I think he a little too green for that, bro.
He green. He green. But he
Nah.
He
has all
green,
the.
bro.
He
I see
has.
Similac on the back of his
Hold
ears when it comes to
He got
fighting
all the.
Usyk.
He got all the tools and the style and the stance.
Yeah,
Caballero.
but the thing is, he got tools, but he's in the first year of school and learn how to build a house, bro.
That's cool.
Facts,
But how many
facts.
fights did Lomachenko have when he beat Gary Russell Jr.?
But
It's not.
Gary
You talking
Lomachenko
about
is
somebody who had
different
54,000 amateur fights in the pedigree. I
and
mean, what are
lost
we doing
one.
here, bro?
But Itama showed them skills. He has
Yeah,
all.
but you get let the man cultivate them. Don't throw him in the lines there without him cultivating it.
Hey,
You
throw
think
him in there.
Atama has a bigger shot at beating Usyk than someone
Than
like a
anybody on
Caballero?
planet Earth right now.
Cabiel got a better shot than that. Right now, I don't even know if
Cabiel
Tuma
got
can beat Cabiel yet.
Exactly.
Listen. I got Itama over everybody but Usyk. I don't care what y'all say.
Yo,
And I'm
Cabiel a problem, bro.
Oh,
You talking about the giant killer Cabiel, bro? Like he a
facts, bro.
game?
Cabiel, hey,
You don't play with Cabiel like that. Don't
didn't Buddy
disrespect.
get
You better put some respect on that man.
didn't Buddy get dropped by the Chinese dude? Didn't Buddy get dropped by the Chinese dude?
Cabiel versus Atuma is a really good fight. I want to see that. That'll be
That's a phenomenal fight.
Y'all
I
acting
think
like
it's the fight. I think that's the fight that's going to determine the supremacy in the next two to 3 years.
Let me be clear. If Atuma would blow out Gabriel,
He would.
no, I don't think he
He
would.
would. And listen,
No,
I'm telling you
let me be
something.
clear. I'll be picky.
This is wild.
Onslaught, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Right now, you creaming in your pants too soon, bro.
Okay.
I'm saying,
wait, hold on. I got
your
a quick.
britches too
I got a
soon.
quick question. Onslaught, did you
Yeah.
say you were Mexican not that long ago?
Nah, on one of the lives, I said I'm from Guadalajara. So
He's a dark Mexican. You know, there's Mexicans that color now. Don't get it
hey,
twisted.
I'm from Guadalajara though, so it's cool. I
And
said
Man,
that.
listen.
I'm from
I mean, he
You
Guadalajara.
from
could be. I mean, you never know.
Guadalajara?
Yeah.
Nah, he
That's
be from
crazy.
like
So you got
Acapulco or
Canelo,
something.
who look like a Irishman, and then you got Adabasi. You know what I'm saying? So you get the different ranges of
Adebisi.
skin pigmentation. Yes,
I'm from
that's what's
Guadalajara too.
phenomenal about life. That's why we say it's culture. That's a culture because skin pigment doesn't really determine like your genealogy all the way. It's your
Canelo.
culture.
Look at Canelo, bro.
Look, Canelo looks like
Perfect
he's
example.
Irish, but
That's a
he's
perfect example, bro.
Spanish to the core. You
He
know what I mean?
Mexican, dog. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
bro,
true.
Itama has all the tools though, bro. I'm gonna break it down for you, bro. And this is how y'all get confused with these. Oh, he's not experienced yet. Oh, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. This is how y'all get shocked, and the fight's over, and you sit staring at the screen with your mouth wide open, shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I read this? Can I read this? Pay the
Go,
bill.
go ahead. Go ahead, Brim. Go ahead, Brim.
So shout out to Traffic's GV with the $10 super chat. Nuke. I was Nuke. The real. I was in Vegas for the fight, and Canelo fans were mad because they said if he's going to go out like that, he should have given Benavidez a shot and passed the torch.
I heard some.
Here's the thing, though. I wanted to respond to this. Historically, this passing the torch shit is a farce, guys.
Yeah, take the talk.
Benavidez ain't
Historically,
passing.
this whole pass the torch, that shit is not a real thing, and
It's
for
not.
real,
It's not a real thing though.
It's not, dog. It's not. It really isn't. He should have fought
It's
Benavidez.
35. Canelo's 35,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
But
fact.
let's stop playing games.
Yeah, he should have fought him. Yeah.
Yeah, he should have. We felt like we should have fought him because that's the fight I wanted to. Like I was saying the whole time. I said, "Look, do I want to see Button Canelo? Yeah, but Benavidez should be the first
That's
fight.
what we
Just
wanted.
being
Yeah.
honest.
He should be. He should be.
He was
But
at 168. He was at 168 at the time. But now Benavidez is at 175, and we still talking about it. I'm like, I didn't want to hear it no more because like Benavidez now
He on a different
solidifying his own path. So let him handle his business on his own path.
Yeah.
He don't need
And he ain't
Canelo
nobody
to be
pass the torch
He
to. No way. The fuck.
He
Like,
don't
let's
need
stop playing this
but the
crap.
thing is, Benavidez don't need Canelo to be great. He just needs to be great and beat the people that's in front of him.
Yes.
With the
Wait a
business that
minute.
he's in.
Wait a minute, Brim. Are you saying that Benavidez don't need nobody to pass him a torch? He can go snatch a torch from Bivol or whoever else he needs to go snatch.
That's why he's doing what he's doing right now.
What he got to do.
All right. And Traffic says, just got on because I got off work. Always great live. Fuck Hit Kid. Salute to you, Traffic.
Yo, listen, Traffic. I found Nuke this afternoon. He told me he was gonna come up, but I knew it was a haystack, and I saw a Nuke needle in there, and I found his ass. And I told him to get back live.
But hey, Onslaught, before I peace out,
Yeah,
you gonna have I need that breakdown of how you think he can beat Caballero, dog. Because I think he's too green for Caballero.
I'm gonna give a breakdown of how we can beat Caballero and Usyk. I'm gonna make a long ass video, just like I did with the Crawford and Canelo, bit by bit, and break it down and show you.
Brim, go ahead and read this last one before we're out.
I will tag you in
All
it.
right. JMA with the $2 super chat with just a big ass circle with a J engraved, weirdo. Brimtello talking about skin colors. Ja, Turtle. Yeah, I know. Listen, Turtle Power, son. I'm a hero in a full shell, motherfucker. Remember that. Yo, Onslaught, you don't look like you sound, though. It threw me off a little bit. You do not look like how you sound.
Not for real.
Yeah, I thought you was light skinned straight up and down, dog. Like I thought you was a light skinned dude.
I thought, for real, like I thought he was gonna be Puerto Rican.
Oh, that's
Look,
crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought honestly, I thought Onslaught looked like Hit Kid.
You stupid. Don't talk about what people do, what they sound like, what they look like, Mr. Duck Goose.
Brim, you gonna make me say so much?
I don't give a shit. Say it. You say it. I'll
talk
take
your shit, Nuke.
I get abused all the time here.
Nuke probably look exactly like Brown. Nuke probably look exactly like Brown.
He look, you know what it is? Nuke probably look like Bad Baby or something.
What the fuck?
Hey, do you speak the language? Onslaught, you speak the language?
It's called Wolof. It's Senegalese language. I speak it fluently.
Wolof?
Oh, dog, Wolof, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they spoke that in Senegal. That's dope.
Drop a word or something for us on Slot so we can hear something.
Wait, say Nuke is full of shit in your language.
Go ahead, say it.
I can't.
Thanks, Brim. Oh man, salute to everybody, man. We about to get out of here, man. And if you don't like me or whatever, man, then go screw your mother. Salute, we out.
That's nasty.
Peace.